got to watch the first episode of Part 5.
Wait, is
Along
part
with,
5 out?
it's coming out in October, but at the JoJo panel at AX, we got a special premiere of it.
Nice.
Like, me and, like, 2,000 other people.
That's the one about the Stillball run, was it? Is it like...
No, that's Part 7. This one's about Dio's son.
Oh, in Italia, right? With the...
Yeah,
Oh.
the Italian dude.
Yeah. With the Silver Chariot guy, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. They're coming out. My life is finally beginning. Man. I got spoiled the hell out of myself when I was watching when I was reading Wiki. It was like, what? The world will like start again? And I think I was reading for the game that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole premise of Eyes of Heaven, is that by the end they create a new alternate universe where, like, everybody who died in JoJo got to live longer.
And the guy who got exiled is still alive after the world is over, and he comes back to Earth eventually. It's like, what?
Yep.
It's hilarious.
By the way, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you okay, yeah.
Do you hear any noise in the background?
I hear no noise. After I hearing that, I increased the user volume a little bit, but not a problem. Oh well. Well,
I was
this
just
is
wondering
good time to do more preparation. I will do.
I was just wondering because I've got my AC unit going right now, and it's right next to my phone, so I'm worried you're just hearing like a lot of noise.
I think it's catching all of that pretty nice. I don't hear anything.
So since it's just us two, I'm kind of torn between the two characters. I've got the Dragonborn monk Joe Blazebane, or the Turtle fighter Crag, who is an Eldritch Knight.
I thought you were gonna go with the Dragonborn. You.
I am, but like I'm just a parent who can't choose between his children. I'm just like, yeah, but this one's really cool. This one's really cool. This one's good. This one's good. I'm just like,
yeah.
I don't know. I've got everything set up for Joe, so I might as well just go with him. Like, I changed my profile picture and everything for him.
He found himself in a Mercury forest.
My idea was that they just, like, as they're going down this cave, they just see my guy who looks like he's meditating, but then they poke him and he just falls over sleeping. He's just like...
If you want to introduce your character like that, I guess you can do that. Yeah. I was gonna... Because your previous character, Miruk, was Bastin Mercury. Something was gonna happen, and I was gonna introduce you there. But yeah.
You were gonna... Were you gonna have him come back as a Mercury zombie and then they had to kill him? Dodie, I'm just gonna say this. You are fucking amazing. That is awesome. Like, everybody else is just like, no, we don't want to do that. I'm like, no, that is a great story idea.
I think it's cruel in one way, but yeah.
It is a very cruel idea, but it is also amazing at the same time. But yeah, go with that. So,
yeah.
Aside from that coaster, I also got this nice Keijo towel.
What
Can't
is
really
Keijo?
see it gets referred.
Oh, was it the butt fight?
Yes, it's the butt fight, yeah.
Yeah,
they just had like a bunch of these extra towels like lying around, so I just took one. Well, I asked first, and then they said I could take one.
Nice.
And I also got to go to the I also got to play the new My Hero Academia game.
Nice.
Yeah, this came with a lanyard too, but I took that off and attached it to my keys. Oh, and since it's just us two, I got something to show you that might come into play on Wednesday. Hang on, give me a sec.
Ooh, nice.
It's a wooden sword, but it's got like all the niceties of it. I just realized when I got home, I bought an IRL shit wrecker.
Yeah. Probably, like, you can put it in your house and then, like, scare people with it. It's like, ah ha ha!
Yeah. I'm just like, what'd you say?
Greetings,
I have arrived.
You
Hey,
arrived
Gazzy.
faster
I got a
than
sword.
20 people. I think I was broadcasting wrong
Nice
time
sword.
due to my confusion of the starting time ever since the time shift. I think everyone is being late.
I'm just gonna pull this out on Wednesday, and everybody's gonna be really confused. Except for Noni, he already knows.
Yes. So Kazi's here. Elliot said he's going to be late, so he's going to be here soon.
Yeah. And J-Bar says he's gotta be late.
Fuck, am I always so dark? Ah!
J-Bar says he can't make it. Well, you have light in the background, so.
Yeah, but that's sunlight. That's gonna disappear in a bit.
Yeah, so, hold on.
Well, the bright side of it is it's bright on one side, so. But yeah.
I have my phone camera, like, flashing at me. This is dumb.
Yeah.
So I got to go to the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure panel, and they gave us all these coasters.
I'm so jealous of you.
Me too.
I love JoJo's.
We got to watch the first episode of the Part 5 anime.
Yep.
And they announced that Part 4 would be coming to Konami with an English dub, which
Oh my god.
I'm really excited about. And they even announced Josuke's voice actor. It's a really new guy too, which is really interesting.
Is
I got to
English
play-
version good though?
So-
okay, here.
The original Japanese is pretty good and pretty
No,
funny. Okay.
No, here's the thing about the original Japanese. It is honestly my preferred method of watching JoJo. That said, I think there is aspects of the English stuff that are really good. Part 1 and Part 2, the biggest problems they suffer from is that the voices for both of the JoJos aren't exactly really that good. Like, Jonathan is voiced by Johnny Yun Bosch, who I love to death. I love him in Trigun. I love him in, Code Geass. I love him in almost everything I watch him in. He is not a good Jonathan Joestar. And Ben Diskin, he's doing a British accent, and all you can literally hear is number 1 from Kids Next Door.
That's pretty good.
And Part 2 actually has the double whammy of having Bryce Papenbrook, aka Aaron Yeager in Attack on Titan, Kirito and Sword Art Online, doing it over the top, terrible Italian accents. Which, don't get me wrong, the JoJo dubs for Part 1 and 2 are hilarious, and it's clear that the actors are having a great time, but stick to the Japanese on that part. Although I will say, Speedwagon and Dio in those shows, they're pitch perfect to me. Like, they are just fantastic in those ones. I think Part 3's dub is actually probably legitimately good, just because all the actors sound right.
I thought the Part 3 sub was super good.
No, Part 3, like I said, Japanese JoJo, you can't go wrong there. Everybody sounds good in that one. And I think in terms of dubs, Part 3 is the only one that's good. So that's like legitimately good so far. It's also mostly because Matt Mercer is the only one who sounds like he should be playing a JoJo.
Yeah.
And then you got Kyle Hebert as Capuane, who's really good. Richard Epcard, like, just being an over-the-top goofy bastard as Joseph is absolutely wonderful. even though the English parts don't exactly sound as charming in English.
Oh my god, the English is what made it so good.
Yeah. But, like, I kind of expected it to not be as charming in, like, the actual English dub, because it's an English-speaking actor actually saying these words, so it's not nearly as charming as a Japanese guy probably saying these phonetically.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just picturing that, like, them recording those scenes in the booth in the Japanese version. Like, they had to have somebody who speaks English over there saying, okay, it goes,
give it thumbs up.
oh my god. And he goes, oh my god.
It's so good.
No, it's fantastic. It's wonderful.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
It's just, have you seen the compilations of those? They're so good.
Yeah. But yeah, they also announced at the panel that they were going to be bringing more of the manga to America. They were going to be finish up Stardust Crusaders, and they were going to get started on part 4 as well.
It's Ellen, I think.
It's the baby boy. Is it the baby boy? It's the baby boy.
Oh.
Hey, man.
Ready. Hello, Ellen.
I got a sword.
Yes, and I think we're still missing Scott, I guess.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Hello.
can you hear us?
I don't know.
Yep, I can hear you.
Oh, there you go. Yes. Did Scott say anything about today?
I don't think so. Let me double check.
Yeah, I don't think he said anything. I think it's because I've said the wrong time. It's sad. Yep. Pretty sure just because I said the wrong time. Time change. It's so confusing. Now I have to remember this hard. But yes. We'll wait like until 20 and I guess we'll start off. Sleepy said that he'll be late to, I don't know, probably he will be here in like 10 minutes, I guess. I don't know how late he will be. Yep, so why don't we wait like 2 minutes and start off?
We could just do like a super role play.
If you want to, yes.
I mean, yeah, that way we don't have any like crazy encounters, or we could get introduced to, you know, whoever Tall Guy is playing. Whomever.
Probably Joe, unless you want to change to Craig.
Well, dude, don't spoil it.
It's just a name! Or
It's just
those
the
names could
name.
be made up. Maybe it's Bob. You're playing Bob, right?
You're playing Bob the Builder?
It was Carol.
Or
I'm going to something more RP centric. I mean, 2 of our guys are covered in mercury and half dead anyway, so we need time for them to recover.
Nah. Mercuries are healthy for you. Ancient Chinese Empire, you know, they were eating it like a medicine. There you go.
How many ancient Chinese Empire people do you know nowadays? Haha!
Oh, well, there's one that's supposed to be alive forever, right?
If Confucius is so smart,
Still
why
more
isn't he
long-lived
still
over
alive?
there.
Oh yeah, well if you're so cool, how come you're dead?
Oh. That's why they say.
I want that to be like a bardic taunt, like a taunt we use eventually for one of these zombies.
It may not work well against zombies because they're technically alive. Whoa. It's undead. It's not dead.
They're only mostly dead.
Yes.
I
But
get
yeah,
the feeling none of you guys have seen The Princess Bride.
So you're gonna stick to the Joe at the moment, right?
Yeah,
Alright.
unless he dies, in which case, Craig it is!
I shall hide Craig from you.
Thank you.
In case you
Yes,
wanna have it later in the time, I'll keep it around. And if you wanna...
You should also hide Miruk because it's just becoming a long laundry list of people.
Yes.
Is beaten by indecisive ass.
I shall hide Mirog as well.
Ooh, what you say?
That
That you only meant what?
In the arms of an angel.
Shit, where is? Also, I love the fact that Scott has his character on the
God
sheet.
damn it. I just
maybe 3 or
realized.
4 times.
I just realized for Mirig's Value Awards, I should have just went, guys, I don't feel so good. Shh.
And just fade away.
Just fade away. By the way, have you guys all seen Infinity War?
I haven't, but I've seen enough spoilers, so.
I'm gonna
You haven't?
see it pretty soon, I hope. But yeah.
Oh,
Well, I just want to say that that ending bit with Spider-Man and Tony Stark, that was 100% improvised, apparently.
I saw some spoilers, but I couldn't believe the spoilers, so I'm gonna keep them.
Yeah, I won't say exactly what it is, but the ending bits with Tony Stark and Tony Stark and Peter Parker, that was apparently improvised on Tom Holland's part, and I'm just like, damn.
Yeah.
I also found out recently that the first Iron Man movie, apparently its script was mostly improvised.
it's one of the best ones. I love the first Iron Man.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah,
good.
that's still one of the best Marvel movies to date.
Fact.
pure fact. Pure unadulterated fact, and it's all because of Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna lie, the special effects in that movie are still, like, really cool, but, like, I think the only moment that really stands out to me in that movie is just that image of Iron Man shooting the tank and then walking away like a badass.
Yeah.
I
Like,
can
that's the
ring people from this screen. I just figured.
Ring
it out.
him so hard.
I'm ringing him. If you see him like being there, it is currently being ringed. Oh.
Although-
But yes, I think we'll probably start off with Dismember. I have said that those people are silently following all of you. I was on the background. They will be there, but I'll exclude them from the... They'll be useless the whole time. All of they're doing, they're all rolling critical fail all day, all night, and they will be useless.
They're just staring at
Just
their
like any other
toes.
day.
Yes.
Oh, so it's just Monday for us.
And on your typical Monday, where all of you guys are drenched in mercury. So last time in the campaign, you guys were thinking of what direction to take underground as you were trapped. As there is a horde of mercury zombies outside, and there is inside the passage that leads to the underground, and was blocked up with the pool of mercury as well as a horde of mercuries on the... Oh my goodness. There was a horde of mercuries on the ground, and you guys decided
Sorry,
to
that too.
swim under the passage, as the letter that you had received had mentioned that there is underground passage that leads to somewhere else to the outside. You guys decided to swim all the way, and it was pretty safe. Although in real life it would have probably killed you, and I don't suggest you to do it. But you guys all made it.
Don't try this at home, kids.
However, as the magic of the mercuries in the nearby area seems to be seeping power from all of you as you're swimming this long passage of mercury, and by the time when you arrived to the other side, all of you were severely exhausted and tired. And also all of you guys reach, some of you guys have found out that there is a multiple different passage, noticeably 2 big one. One that leads to the right and one that leads to the left, although you're not exactly sure which way that it exactly leads. But one thing that you do notice is that on that section, the cross section, you see one Dragonborn sitting and quietly meditating in the center. What do you guys like to do?
Hey Siri, flip a coin.
Going to Dragonborn?
I I'm gonna go ahead and say that. So we're looking. It's 2 big passages, right?
2 big passages, and in the center, where there is an intersection, there is a one dragonborn currently sitting down.
So are we currently like swimming in the lake?
No,
or
you
are we
guys.
on the land?
You guys are currently, seems to be underground passage.
Okay. Okay.
Also, you have known from that underground as you were moving down, you moved to down quite a bit.
All right. I look over my shoulder at Elrit and I say, "Well, there's one of him and 2 of us active. How do you want to take this?"
I'm gonna sneak up to him and poke him.
How about I distract him while you sneak up to him?
That could work too.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
How far is this dragonborn from us?
The passage from you guys are around 50 feet away,
50 feet?
and you can see his visage on the sides.
And it's like dark, right?
It is not actually that dark. Somehow, this legion seems to be powered by some sort of luminous moss on the sides, and they seems to be lighting a very faint light of the color of a mercury. It is very dark and it is pretty dim around the area, but you can still see.
It's not like pitch.
It's
Okay.
not pitch black. It's dark.
Gotcha. Is it dark as fuck? All right. I'm gonna roll perception to see if I can see anything else about him. What the shit is character mancer?
Why don't you describe your character's appearance, Tall Guy?
So he's not as big as Miruk, but he is still considerably large. He is 6'8". There's a quarterstaff on his back, and his muscles are not bulging, but they are lean, and he looks like he is a very athletic individual. He has brass scales, and along his right cheek you can see a tiny scar. Aside from that, he is wearing simple traveler's clothes, and his clawed hands are kind of wrapped up in bandage. Aside from that, the area around him is surprisingly clean. Like, you get the impression that this guy has actually been here for quite a while, and yet the area around him is fairly pristine looking.
And I didn't have to roll perception for that. All right.
Yeah.
I can choose to tell you what I look like or not.
Yeah.
All right. So
Also just because I want to make this guy extra cool, he's got an eye patch over his right eye.
all right. I'm gonna swing out my. Oh shit. Okay. Canonically, Noni. Yes or no? Do I have my rifle, or is it with Ovilla?
Canonically, should be with Ovilla.
Okay, it's with Ovilla. That works with me. I need 1 second. I need to find my notepad. I take notes because I forget things. Okay.
Yeah, I need to start doing that.
Dude, it's all these notes right here. All right.
But you have a bow, which is magical,
Yeah.
so...
I will unsheath her bow, unhawk her bow, and knock an arrow into it, and say, "What are you doing down here, friend or foe?"
I'm gonna roll a perception check real quick.
Self-roll
7.
perception.
7.
Too deep in meditation.
Yes, the person that you're calling doesn't seem to be responding. While Kazi is currently talking, what is Alet currently doing as well?
Yeah.
I'm going to be taking a wide path around the area to see if I can sneak up to this Dragonborn guy.
Roll stealth. Let's see how stealthy you get.
Your
All
boy.
right. The passage
That means
is
my
not
passive
that
perception.
large, but you feel like there are some areas where there's less moss than the other areas, which are considerably dark, and you manage to navigate in those sections and sneak up to it. I say that you should be in the melee range if you like to pull a few things around him.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna at least have my dagger out just to be safe.
All right.
But I'm gonna see if I can get behind them and just kind of wait there as quietly as possible.
I believe he is facing away from the wall, and his back is pretty close to the wall, and it'd be hard to sneak behind him unless your size is about 1 inch.
Okay. So yeah, just as close as I can get to him without being completely behind him. Then.
And Kazi.
All right, I will start approaching, and I'll try looking to see if he's breathing. Do I see if he's breathing?
I'm breathing very heavily.
Okay, so it would be noticeable. And I'll say again, I'll say friend or foe.
Rolling another perception check.
Give him an advantage, probably, since he's right beside you. Oh no.
13. I'm gonna say I hear him. I'm just go. What? What? Oh, hello there.
I'll start backing up. What are you doing here? Who are you?
My name's Joe Blazefang. I guess I was meditating, but then I dozed off for a few hours, days. Holy shit! How long have I been in this cave?
Where are the Lepidans that escaped here?
The what now?
The Lepidans.
Oh, you mean the bunny folk? History check to see if I know where they went. Noni? Like an
What bunny
intelligence
folk
check.
are you talking about in here?
Like,
Did the rabbits not escape through that area?
Rabbits in the journal, if you were to read it, they all couldn't escape. There was
Gotcha.
a horde of those blocking the passage, and they were not strong enough to get past that.
Okay.
And you saw the tons of the corpse that was lying on top of the floors as a result.
Gotcha. All right. So instead of that, I'll ask him, how did you get in here? Did you swim across as we did?
For your character, you actually saw that there was a big hole with lots of smaller holes on the down there, and you jumped down there as it was a good idea at that time to escape from this mercury rain that seems to be making you extra tired. And once you got in there, your rope broke, and you got fall down into one of the holes, and after being chased by tons and countless mosquitoes, you escaped to the inner cave. There is much less mosquitoes. Although, on the way, there was one really big mercury monster size of a small cart that seems to be chasing away most of the mosquitoes in the nearby area, making this section pretty safe from those mosquitoes.
well, I actually came here through this giant hole in the ground, and I was climbing down it, but then my rope broke and I fell down here. Got chased by all these little mosquitoes things. I don't really know what they're called, but they chased me up and down here. I came across this giant mercury monster in a cart, which would be super useful, but he managed to scare off all the mosquitoes, and he hasn't come near me ever since I came down this hallway, and I believe that was from the left corridor? I don't know. Like I said, it's been a while since I went into meditation.
I'll just be completely quiet during all that, just like no reaction. And then next I'll say, this giant hole in the ground, was it by the beach? By the lake?
I don't know. Was it by the lake?
It was by the lake.
It was by the lake. Sorry, I had to talk with the guy behind me. I had to talk to the strange human with glasses that's standing next to us.
And I'll I guess lower my rifle or lower my bow at this point and say we're looking for a way out as well. We kind of got fucked up back there. You think you could find us a way back out? We have rope.
Yeah, we could probably go through that. We could probably go back up the way I came through the hole. We could probably, because there were a bunch of smaller holes around it. I imagine we could use those as footing to climb up. But first, you guys are covered in mercury.
Oh shit!
And in fact, roll perception with advantage for Joe, and with disadvantage for Kazi, and with regular roll for my goodness, what? Regular for Elliot.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh no.
So we should roll advantage or roll.
Like everybody rolls it, but I get advantage, you get disadvantage, and Elric gets regular roll.
Gotcha. Perception, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right. Elliot and Kazi currently looking at. Oh my god. Currently looking at Joe. You guys don't notice anything suspicious of this Dragonborn, and however, when you are looking at those people behind, you see one person that seems to be almost on the ground, collapsed, stands up in like kind of weird and unnatural eldritch way, and once he looks in your eye, you can tell that there is like a mercury fume coming out from his mouth. What do you like to do?
Is this person behind Joe or behind us?
Behind you guys and behind you, Kazi.
Behind me.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Karab
standing there.
currently is happening behind, and Elad, you are currently too focused on looking at this Dragonborn, but
I don't even notice this thing, right?
yeah, Joe, you notices this mercury thing just rose up.
So, your friend right behind you guys looks a little uneasy. Needs help with anything?
Friend? You mean the other adventurers I came with?
Yeah, the really big guy with the giant sword.
Oh, yeah. What do you mean?
And
You know,
roll initiative.
Oh, he's not going to get a free hit on me?
Oh.
I'm surprised. I was honestly waiting for it.
Oh, damn it. Damn it.
It wasn't me this time.
I was the one who actually saw it. Why does it make sense for me to go last?
Maybe
This is why I'm
you
taking this
were,
mouthful up.
maybe you were too busy looking at these things.
Maybe,
Yeah,
yeah,
boy.
you didn't understand it was a threat.
No, maybe, maybe I just think he's still your friend.
A second, I'm making some steps up.
It was the left, wasn't it? Yes! Go Siri.
Elliot, Joe. Place your tokens. Yeah.
Oh, I rolled a 9. Unless you're allowing rerolls.
Your initiative have been recorded. It's fine. Probably closer to the wall for the Joe, and Elliot somewhere
Joe.
near Joe as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess I should drag my token out, shouldn't I?
Oh, now he rolls high on initiative.
Yes. He doesn't get surprise round as all of you hear as Joe warns of this friend behind, and as you all turn in surprise, a fume of mercury seems to be pouring out from Miruk's mouth, and he
So
doesn't.
metal.
In his eyes, there is no clarity that you have seen. There is no peace, no rest. And from all the holes and all the bodies, there seems to be some sort of covered mercury seems to be more replicating itself, constantly changing. And Miruk will make a swing with his greatsword.
Yes! His luck prevails!
Let's go,
Yeah.
boy!
I was gonna say it's consistent with when he was alive.
The legend never dies.
He tried to swing his sword, and he brings his giant great sword and pull him behind him, and as he does so with might, his sword gets stuck into the wall behind him, and he will need to make a strength check to take it out, and he will be pinned with his weapon. That was his turn, and Elliot, what do you like to do?
I'm going to take my dagger and chuck it at Miruk.
Alright. And Joe, before you realize, a dagger just slings right beside you, and make your attack.
Okay, got
I
it.
never put it back in my inventory. Hang on one second.
I still have no idea that he's there, which is great. Which is going
Also,
to be real great when it comes to my turn.
Make it with advantage. Is,
It's just a fucking Scooby-Doo scene, like, what are you guys talking about?
Elliot, attack.
Sorry, I never put my dagger back in my inventory after I picked it up last time. I'm just gonna roll a d20.
Alrighty. With
Don't forget
advantage.
to add your modifier.
Yeah, so d20 plus 2. Sorry, my computer's going kind of slow here.
And you are a hidden creature to Miruk, so there's that. Advantage. He will. Well, thank good for advantage. Roll again.
Oh, Lord. It says Scott's online. I'm going to ping him again.
Ooh, I'll ring him. Even better.
Alright, so 16.
16
Last time I checked, that didn't hit me as Miruk.
hits. No, Miruk
Oh.
AC is 16.
Okay.
Yes. And
So that will
damage.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1d4 plus 2. I'm also going to use my Psychic Blades on that to add 2d6 to it.
All right. Four damage, and Psychic Blade does additional damage, you said?
Yeah, it uses up one of my Bardic Inspirations too.
Alrighty. So that's 4 piercing damage plus the psychic damage, right?
Yep. Sorry, my computer's going kind of slow. I'm trying to get it to roll the d6s here.
Probably Scott is like, oh shit.
I hope he joins.
Yeah.
Hope everything's okay with
You
them.
will deal 4 psychic damage along with. Oh, is it 2d6?
Yeah, 2d6, so 7 psychic damage.
7 psychic damage. Alright. However, you notice is that it doesn't seem to be as effective with your dagger. Compared to the other slimes, this one seems a little bit different. You have felt that when Mirror was alive, he seems to be more resistant to certain type of physical attacks. This maybe seems to be true.
Oh my god, he's raging eternal!
Whoa! You are here! Hello! Yes, take your time to set up and join us whenever you can in Roll20.
Can you hear us, Scott?
I'm here.
Yes. Currently, we're finishing up with Mirok. That was Ella's turn, if you would like to not move. And next turn is Karak.
I'll be like, huh, must have been the wind, and I'll turn around and realize, wait a minute, there's no wind down here. And I'll turn around, and the giant red exclamation point will go off in my head.
Hey,
And I'll fire the starbow at him.
Yes. He will make a dexterity check.
Yep. DC 12.
He fails his dexterity. Actually, barbarians have advantage on dexterity.
Okay.
He still fails.
Hey. And the damage is a
We're gonna say anything, Mirok?
1d6.
I mean, not Mirok. I guess I would say tall guy.
I got one more turn, man.
Alrighty. What's your damage?
Oh,
5 piercing damage, which will deal 2 piercing damage. Yes. 11 damage have been dealt to Mirok. Joe!
Alright, so I'm going to run right up next to Miruk, and I'm going to take a swing at him with my quarterstaff using both hands, essentially turning it into a really long bat. Damn it.
As you're hitting him, he easily blocks it off with one of his arms, and doesn't seem to be that.
Well, the good news is, even if this even that fails, I can still use use this.
Fangs of the Fire Snake.
So I quickly just drop my bow staff next to me and just my hands ignite fire, and I go to make my bonus action swing with my martial arts.
I think you're supposed to use that before you attack.
No, when you use the attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 key point to increase the reach of your for the rest of the turn. So I interpreted that as I have to make an attack first, and then I get to use it. It's completely possible I fucked up.
The word is confusing, but I think it's supposed to... You use it first, now you have a longer reach and you use it. Use your attack.
By the way, it doesn't say that this costs a bonus action to do it, so I can still...
true.
So I can still make my martial art attack, which is just an unarmed strike.
Alrighty. 11 does not hit the Mirok. Player character OP, isn't it?
It could be if I actually rolled high.
Yeah. That was your turn, if you would like. If that is it. Mirok
Yeah, that's it.
will spend this turn to pull out his sword, and he does so successfully. And next turn is Alat.
Alright, I'm going to Vicious Mockery Mirok.
How would you like to mock him with?
Oh, I feel real bad saying this, buddy, but you suck with that sword. Just stop.
Just go die. Oh, wait.
Make it a DC 13 wisdom save.
He makes a save.
Ah, son of a bitch.
I have a pretty high. I had a pretty high wisdom with that guy.
All right.
And I'll move up there and end my turn.
Carrick.
All right. Oh God. All right. He's real fucking close to me.
Initiative.
I will.
Oh yes, initiative. Yes.
Oh boy, that's two
That puts him
run
right
initiatives.
Right before me.
Yep. I'll add it into turn for you.
I'll fuck me.
But yes, Carrick.
I just gotta shoot him at this point. I'll shoot him again. DC 12.
All right. With advantage, and he fails. Roll the
Oh
advantage.
my God.
He rolls 7 and 1. So,
Yep, boy. Oh, whoops.
uh,
Roll 1d6 plus 2.
deals
Alright,
5 magical. However, it is registered to 2 damage. And is there anything else you'd like to do?
I can't disengage. I can't do anything except stare in horror as he's about to kill me. So yeah, that's about it.
All right. If you're ready, is your turn for Balin. He's not ready, and I will be going to Joe. And yes, Joe is your turn.
Okay, so I'm just gonna use Fangs of the Fire Snake again, since now I know it has to be done. Since now I know it has to be done like before my attack roll. So if I make this, it counts as fire damage with my quarterstaff,
That hits.
and I'm doing it two-handed, by the way.
Yep.
That's 7 fire damage. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm throwing in another key point to do an extra D10. So it's 9 fire damage altogether.
So total 12 damage.
No,
9 fire plus 3 bludgeoning, because it's registered to half.
it's 7 fire damage for the quarterstaff attack, and then plus 2 for the extra fire damage.
Oh, okay, so it's total 5 damage.
Yep, total 9.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty. Meruk, with his giant sword, will swing at our little demon friend.
Ah!
He will recklessly attack you.
Which gives him advantage.
23 to hit. Probably hits.
I mean, my armor class is actually 24, but no.
Oh!
Ew.
12 damage,
Oh.
but with rage, you take 14 slashing damage.
Oh God! All right.
I'm
Math.
surprised you're not using the I'm surprised you're not using the Storm Herald stuff.
Don't. Why? Why?
Don't worry about it.
Don't remind him.
Maybe I'll do it whenever. Oh. But yes.
Maybe I'll run away and then he'll be like a lightning bolt.
That'd be that. And Ellet.
Alright, I'm going to use my last spell slot and cast Heat Metal on his greatsword.
Alrighty.
Oh.
So the holder must drop it, or
The Constitution save is to determine whether he drops it or not.
Yo, heat metal's sick.
Oh yeah, Heat Metal's real good.
He fails a saving throw, and as it chisels his hand, you can hear the mercury evaporates, and he drops his greatsword.
Well, hopefully that helps. I'll stand my turn there and stay
Now
back
he's
a
just
little
gonna
Yes.
beat me to death.
I mean, he has to spend another turn picking it up again.
Yeah.
bit. The cool thing
pick
is
up
I
is
can Heat
technically
Metal
a
every
flame.
turn as a bonus
60
action
damage
now.
to him so far.
Oh, you can sustain it, right?
No more.
Yeah, as long as I have concentration, I can keep it up for about a minute.
Oh
There you
shit!
go.
That's like an entire encounter. Yeah.
Carrick.
Oh God! Oh, he's dropped his weapon. I need a retreat. I'm gonna disengage and move to cover. To cover behind here.
Alrighty. If that is your turn, Joe.
He's unmuted.
Using my breath weapon.
Well, oh.
Alright.
Needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
With advantage. He fails. You failed every single time.
I'm just gonna double check. Yes, he fails. Which means now he takes 2d6 fire damage.
Alright,
Yeah,
what damage?
6.
He failed
Thank God
every
it's
single
not
throw.
Mercury
He's so
gas.
consistent.
9.
He takes 9 full damage.
And
Oh wait,
since I
I
didn't
forgot
make
one
it-
thing. Oh well,
And
it's my
sin-
fault.
And since I didn't make an attack with my monk weapon, I don't get to use martial arts this time, so that's the end of my turn.
Alright. Miruk on his turn, which I was forgetting, regains 5 health as you see some portion of the mercury that had dropped to the ground seems to be being sucked back to him, and he regains 5 health. And he will try to bite.
Me?
Yes. Does 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
Deals 5 damage at you, and
I don't think I'm on the same map as y'all.
what?
What's up?
I don't think I'm on the same map as y'all.
You're on the same map, I think. I
Do you
see your
see-
character.
I don't see what we're fighting.
You're fighting
Oh.
Diruk.
We're fighting Miruk.
Bitch.
We're fighting evil
Mirror-
Mercury zombie Miruk.
Yes, Miruk seems to be currently fuming out mercury from
Son
all of his holes. And is
Son of a
covered.
son of a bullshit funk monster.
He's
And-
a
Bally Bally just looks up from the book he's reading. Oh fuck, what's going on? Who's this dragon guy?
And
I-
make a
I
dex
don't-
save for Joe.
I was trying to save that guy.
What'd you want me to do?
Make a dex save for the storm aura. You make the save. And you will take half of 1d6. You take 2 lightning damage.
You got how vicious that is.
And that would be Miruk's turn. Next turn is Ellet.
Okay, he didn't pick his sword back up, right?
Just made a
He
bite
did not
attack
pick up
and
sword back up. He
Okay.
seems to be numb-minded and he uses a bite attack.
Okay, well, I'll just maintain concentration on that for now, and let's see, can I get close enough? I didn't mean to move over there. Okay, I'm gonna run up to him, see if I can smack him with my rapier.
Alrighty. You rush up to him
He's gonna
and
slap the
pierce him.
shit out of us.
What's up with the
23
pluses?
hits. You will deal 1 piercing damage.
And I'm going to expend another Bardic Inspiration to do Psychic Blades for another 2d6.
Alright. Roll your psychic damage.
Damn!
10 psychic damage. Oh, the mirror kind of fumes out more mercury than he should be, and he kind of collapses. However, he stands back on his feet still. If that is your turn, Karak.
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna move up to here.
Mhm.
And I will fire once again, DC 12.
You do know that your attack is a cone.
Yeah, I guess I'll fire it like towards the wall.
That's fine.
No,
I'm at full
but
health.
you may hit Elliot.
Oh, where's
Best
Elliot?
case, you will hit Elliot. Are you sure?
Where is Elliot? Like on?
You do not see
Vicinity.
Elliot?
No, to me he's like off here.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's here right now.
Okay, so he's in front of Miruk, right?
Do you see me moving Elliot right now?
I do not. Oh,
That's,
now I do. Now I do. It snapped. That was super weird. Okay,
maybe it's
Sorry about
a lag or bug.
I will. Fuck it.
In
I'll
almost
just-
all angle, one person will get hit. If
I was
you
gonna
shoot
say,
from
you
there,
can go ahead and
Elliot,
shoot. I'm good with dex saves.
Yeah, and besides, deck saves are my thing.
Starbow is not really good for one strong enemy.
Non-friendly fire. Yeah.
And
I'll I'll fire. Yeah,
I
I'll
guess.
try to. I'll basically clip Elliot.
that actually
and-
makes sense. I think you can only hit Miro from that angle. Miro will make dex saving throw with advantage, and he this time makes it. We'll take
So
half
he
of the
takes
damage. Roll.
Half of half.
Is it half a puff? How?
Isn't he raging?
Oh yes,
I shouldn't
Oh,
remind
yes.
you. I mean, yeah, he only takes half damage.
that's right.
Why would you ever?
Cause I'm too nice.
Why would you ever?
He tests a half of that, which is 3.5, which is half of that, so he will take 1 damage.
Putting up the numbers, boys.
Valid.
1 point of damage.
It's your turn if you're ready.
My turn.
Whose turn is it?
Balin. If he's ready.
Oh, good. Away from Mirok, am I?
You are in the melee range.
I am in melee range.
Flavor-wise, you were fighting the whole time, although it wasn't doing much.
Pull his pants down.
Is he still wearing pants?
Pull his mercury
his
pants.
hands
he's
is
more of a
covered with
Schultz,
mercury.
really. He's more of a Schultz with
Has
really
he
size scales.
spoken? Has he spoken or shown any kind of intelligence during this
Oh
fight?
my god, we could say something about Jessica and see if it stuns him or I don't know.
I'll leave that sign of intelligence to interface with you guys.
Okay. Valen and Miruk were boys. Valen is going to say, in a persuasion kind of manner, I do not believe that your intended would like you killing your allies before I can bring you back safely.
Roll persuasion.
Fucking A.
That'll be your action, however. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I like it.
Yeah.
Playing the character. Damn.
You are very persuasive, though.
9 doesn't exactly cut it, however. And your voice does not seem to pierce through the mercury that is covering his ear, and he doesn't seem to make any response, but to spew out more mercury through his ear hole.
Oh, I'm gonna use my bonus action to disengage and fucking run
Alright. Where did you like to run to?
away from the scrum.
That's outside of the
Oh, that's
outside the-
right. That's a corridor or whatever. Yeah. There we go.
Alright. Joe, Blazefang.
Alright, I'm just gonna make a two-handed swing with my quarterstaff again.
Alright.
Fuck!
Damn.
9 does not hit.
Well, whatever. I'm still gonna make my unarmed strike.
16 does hit.
5 bludgeoning damage, which brings it down to, what, 3, 2,
2
1?
bludgeoning damage, and he will take 2 damage. He's currently at 3 health. Whoa!
Somebody
Oh,
fucking
yo.
kill him!
All right,
On-
time out. Noni's cheating. Telling
What?
us the HP.
What? No, he said 41.
What?
He took 41 damage so far.
No, but like we don't know that.
Oh. Well, yes.
Okay,
On
I
his turn, he.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
I mentioned before how much his HP is, so you guys would have that knowledge of how healthy this boy is.
Well, the health is quite hard to tell, but you can tell that the Mercury seems to be falling apart. But on his turn, something regains back, and he regains 5 hit point. And he will make
he's
a
up to
bite
80.
attack to our demon friend, I guess.
Oh fuck.
I don't think he likes you.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh wait, no, that's a don't discard that.
That's the
He should be
great
using
story.
bite. He should be using bite. There you go. 19 probably hits. And 5 biting damage.
All right.
And he will, in pain, he looks at Elliot and make dexterity saving throw.
What kind of saving throw, sorry?
Dexterity saving.
Dexterity.
Dexterity, okay.
Oh
you
shit.
make it, you will take 3 lightning damage. There's a thunderstorm that seems to be going on around him, and he looks at you, and the bolts of lightning just strikes you, although you manage to dodge out of it. And
Alrighty.
that was his turn. Elliot.
Alright. Just out of curiosity, the dagger that I threw at him earlier, is that stuck to him? Oh no, wait, never mind. I already used up all my spell slots.
Oh, you're gonna heat that metal?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just go
That was
for
great. That's
the rapier hit
great.
again.
9 damage will go through. And you
And-
he takes 4 damage.
Psychic blades.
And
That's my last bardic inspiration there.
how would you like to finish him?
Oh, just gonna say sorry, bud. We gotta put you down, and then just jab right between the eyes.
What did he see in his psychic image?
What's he gonna see for the psychic image?
Oh boy, it better not be like some teary,
Oh,
mopey shit
man.
of him and Jessica like frolicking
That's-
through the woods.
That's the same. That's exactly
No,
what I was
it's
about to say too.
No, his final,
Yeah, just-
his final image is just him on his ship, meeting Jessica for the first time, and he finally received, and that brings him back to his senses, and he finally passes away into the ether. And I beat it, Noni. I beat it. You can't pull this shit twice unless Joe
There you
dies.
go. Yeah, I'll go with exactly what he said.
Alright, he
Give that last
collapses
little
in pain, he
tearjerker.
screams, and you can see his pool of mercury in pain collapses down onto the ground. You can see a little resemblance of what has left on Miruk, although there is a very faint thing. You can see a little bit of bone pieces, but most of them seems to be melted down
Jesus
with
Christ.
mercury. And he's
I don't feel exactly comfortable with how that turned out.
So, who was that guy?
I'm gonna just. I'm
I
gonna
don't know
like.
why. I felt like I knew of it in a past life.
I'm gonna take out one of my mercury water skins, dump it out away, and then go up to Miruk's body and fill it up with the mercury that made up him.
you will need to use quite a bit of it. Would you like to collect all of it?
No, just enough to fill a water skin.
Okay, it's a single water skin. You managed to do so. I would say mark 1 water skin of Miruk's remains.
That's
Is
just
there-
horrifying.
The
Water.
remains of Mirok.
Yes. A great, brave lizard folks.
Valen is going to pick that up.
I'm gonna pull out my flute and play his pirate metal on my flute.
And probably Bender on the sides are going like, oh.
Oh, and I fucking nailed it too.
It's just the really sad. No, you ever watch Fairy Tale and they play the really sad music? That's basically what happened. What's happening now?
I'm gonna go up to Vander and be like, heal me.
Just give me heals.
That's a fair request. I think. Actually, he will come back, and he still has some spell slot left. So I will have to say that he's probably saving some for it. And he is too sad, and he's currently grieving with the things. And I say is unable to heal.
Useless, and I let him go.
But yes, as Mirok's body collapses down, and you guys mourn for him and spend a brief moment to spend grieving his death. As there is one Dragonborn has no clue about what is currently happening, but as all of you...
Yeah, Joe's just it's just letting them do their thing while he just creates some water to drink. Elemental attunement.
And yes.
Lets me make one of the 4 elements.
With that, settle down. Now you guys are still under the cave, and is there anything that you guys like to do?
We're pretty beaten up. Oh no, we're not, because we rested after that.
You, I believe, has 2 exhaustion at the moment. You just crossed the passage.
Cool. I'd personally like to take a rest to get my key points back.
How long does it take? It takes a long rest to get exhaustion back, right?
Yes.
Okay. You said that you came from the left path, and it was one of those holes as we saw in the bunny village, meaning that the right path may or may not be their treasure hold, as we saw before.
Yeah, but do you really want to risk that?
I mean, I'm just thinking of where we could possibly be safe, because you said on the left path there was a giant mercury monster.
Yeah, fair point.
So we could either take a rest here, possibly suffocate if there's not enough... Oh, wait, no, you said you've been here, so there's air.
Yeah, plus, you know, I just pulled out my claw and just like a burst of air comes out from it. I could kind of like give us a little air.
Okay, so he's got some sort of weird dragon wizard magic.
Dude, dragon wizard magic.
Wizard.
You're all...
Boy, have you not heard of the way of the 4 elements?
Wizards, warlocks, mages, you're all the same.
Monks.
Whatever you guys want to call yourselves this week.
Wish there was
you guys want to take a rest?
You know, can I just say out of character, I'm really upset that Garrick isn't here right now, because I remember in the first session I was in, he really did not like Miruk because he thought he was a Dragonborn. So I really want to see what his reaction is now that I actually am a Dragonborn.
Dang. Next time.
So nobody tell him. Let's let him be surprised.
Oh shit, I gotta take out ammo. Alright.
Yeah, I'm good with taking a rest.
Long rest or short rest?
I'd prefer a long rest just because I need spell slots again.
Do we have the water for it? Yeah.
Water, as I see the elemental attunement, he should be able to create some water. Also, this thing's so good. Holy shit.
I can create a 1-foot cube or cone of water.
Holy shit.
I consider that as infinite water for all of you.
Everybody, come drink from me!
Ew.
That's weird.
Don't worry, it comes from my hands, not my...
I am certainly not going to drink from you.
Alright, well, at the very least, I can make you guys a fire.
But yes, if you guys are taking a long rest, do you have enough ration at least?
Oh yeah, rations.
10 rations I can give out.
Rations,
Alright,
I guess we take a long rest.
One ration from each of you, and you can take a long rest.
And when we do a long rest, we just get all of our hit points back, right?
Yes, and you gain the half amount of the hit dice back as well. And from your previous staying here for a while, Joe knows that this area in specifics are quite safe, although either side is pretty fishy.
Right, so I'm down to 3 points of exhaustion.
No, you should gain one. Oh, you're at 4? Okay, yes, you should be down to 3. Oh, it's ridiculous.
I am not in a hurry to fight anything. It's it's bad.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
It's bad. But yes, it is very right. Oh, actually, yeah, for most of you, did any of you, Karak and Ella, did you guys have the exhaustion?
I thought we all started with 3.
I thought you said we only. I think it was Garrick and Valen. Garrick and Valen went up to 4 because they already had some, but the rest of us only went up to 1.
I see.
Correct.
1 shouldn't be any problem. Although
Okay.
1 means disadvantage in ability checks, as the chart above says. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, remove 1 point of exhaustion from each of you as you're taking a long rest. And not many suspicious thing goes around in this passage at least as you're taking a long rest. What is your plan?
Do you guys want to see if the right path leads to loot?
Sure.
Because
I've never been down there.
we know what's on the left path.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to avoid the big mosquitoes and the big mercury, whatever the fuck is over there.
I'll also fill in
We're gonna have to
Valen.
take that thing on eventually, you know.
Yeah, so Valen, basically what happened was our friend Fire Lizard Wizard, I like it.
Joe would. Oh, sorry. I walk up to Valen and offer my hand for him to shake. Joe Blazebane, nice to meet you.
What does Valen say?
Yeah, Alec?
I don't understand him. I'm cutting out real bad. Hold on.
You were talking to Alec, right?
Oh,
No, he said he was cutting out. He was.
No, I mean the tall guy, but yeah.
I think he was talking to Valen.
Oh.
What did he say?
I said, hi, my name is Joe Blazebane. It's nice to meet you.
Your name's what?
Joe Blazebane.
Joe Blazebane.
Yes.
He breathes fire. It makes sense, I think.
I suppose.
You'll always have
I'm going to call you Joe. How's that?
just random Irish accent for some reason.
Actually, to be dead honest, I'm never going to call you by your first name.
All right. As long as you call me by one of my names.
I'm going to call you, actually. Ask these lads here. Honestly, that's how it goes.
Don't worry, it's kind of doing it.
I call the lizard man by his first name because he fucking died.
So blunt.
I think I knew a guy like you in the village I saved. He was also. Oh, long story.
Do I look like I'm from a village?
Oh god.
Reception check. 10. You know what? I'm gonna consider that a failure and just say yes.
All right.
Well, that's exactly what Valen says. He just sort of looks at him, nods his head. All right.
That's fine. But let me explain. When you sacrifice your life for mine, you'll get to be called by your first name. Until then, you're you or that guy or the scaly one, the one that breathes fire. Anything I can think of off of the top of my head.
All right. And as I'm walking back, I'm just gonna stab my fingers in the earth around Val and just shakes a bit. Basically, I caused a little earthquake around him.
Wouldn't I suggest using witchery on me?
This ain't witchery, lad. I was taught this. I learned it.
Oh, I'm sorry. You put your stick in the ground and cause an earthquake. That's witchery. Honestly, I am the only person in this party that does not sleep, can vanish into the woods. I would not use witchery on me. Not at all.
You breathe fire? I didn't think so!
I can leave you with more holes than you started with, though.
I leave you with more bruises than you started with.
Put the thing away. I grab Albert by the shoulder and I say, these guys need to kiss and make up at this point.
I am not kissing a lizard.
No, I'm not kissing an elf.
I'm going to minor illusion on each of them, the other one kissing them on the cheek.
He doesn't even have lips!
No, it's just like you can, even though he's a brass dragonborn, you can actually see him blush a little. So like I like trying to beat the fuck up.
Oh wow, sit there.
Sorry, I love doing that, but yeah, we should probably get a move on. We gotta deal with this. We gotta deal with this right path, left path situation. You get my meaning?
So you guys want to go on the right and see where it leads, and if it looks bad, we go back to the left?
Sure.
Oh.
I mean...
Yep.
Oh, do we lose
God,
oh, he's coming.
you must really not like my new character.
Oh well, if you were to follow down the passage that leads to the right, it seems to be more of a natural cavern, but it doesn't feel like a maze. More like it feels more like some sort of a passage that had been made and carved. And many of the different sides seems to be kind of blocked off on purpose. It seems like there was once used to be multiple different passages that branches out in different directions, but all of them seem to be purposely put down. Though there's a big rock that seems to be blocking most of the passages.
I have a question. Why do you call yourself Blaze Bane if you breathe fire?
Why do I call myself Blazefang? I don't.
Right. What is your surname?
I don't have one. It's just Joe. The Blazefang came from a small village that saved me. They called me Blazefang because I can also ignite my hands and mouth with fire. Also the other elements too.
Right. I see that you have power over fire. Why call yourself Blaze Bane if you're a fire starter?
Well, it's
it's Blazefang. Teeth. Fang.
Oh.
Clean out your hair, you old man.
Oh lord.
Oh, that makes sense.
This old elf.
So you're done being abrasive? Jesus.
Not being a racist. I have said nothing racist, and it's not racism if I really am superior to all of you. No.
I go to correct him and say he meant abrasive, but then I stop myself and I just let it happen.
No, it's your problem. Help me.
So we go down the path.
I wouldn't know his fault. His fault in this world.
Oh! I'm hiding! Because, shit! I have so much...
many of you guys would feel that the passage to the right seems to be inclining slowly as you guys are going to the one directions, and at some point it actually ends, as the end of the passage seems to be capped with a metal door in the middle of the cavern. What do you think?
I just tap the halfling on his shoulder. Hey buddy, you wanna do that trick you did on the big lizard guy?
What, the heat metal thing?
Yeah. Did you melt it?
I don't think it'll melt it. It's just gonna make it really hot and hard to touch.
In fact, if you were to...
Before we try any witchery, can we try a more conventional method of opening the door?
May as well try to pop it
Joe
open.
just goes to punch the door and see if he can open it. By
As
force.
you are punching the door, it rings slightly, but you can feel that this is some heavy metal that is in front of you.
Is there some manner of opening
Multiple people talking.
mechanism?
As far as you can tell, from the outside, it seems to be very clean and doesn't have any handles, no nothing.
I'm
No
going
lock.
to. Would I roll investigation or perception to see if there's an opening?
Can you describe what your character is doing?
Sure. So you said it's very like flush with the wall, right? The
It's a
door.
metal door,
Yeah.
and does not seem to have any obvious holes or any obvious handles.
Gotcha. So what I would be doing is I would basically be feeling on the door and knocking where the seam is to see if there's some sort of like denser area, meaning that there would be like if the sound sounded denser, it means that there would be either more metal there, which could indicate a handle, or if it's much more soft or much more ringy, that means that there could be space behind that area.
Okay. Roll investigation.
All right.
As you're figuring out what is on the other side of the door, you actually figure it out. You figure that this is the replica of the door that was on the other side where the building that you guys entered. And
The vault
in
door.
there, you do remember that inside there was a big handle, and in the same location that you're tapping, you feel that the handle is in the same location.
Okay, but it's on the other side of the door, right?
Seems to be on the other side, just like the door that used to be used on top of
Gotcha.
that area. Although, this one seems a little bit weird. As you're tapping it, you can tell that some of them seems to be tilting slightly compared to the other door, which was locked tight to the surrounding.
All right, I describe exactly what you said to them. And I'll just be like, it's locked from the other side, and it's kind of off kilter, meaning that either we could force it open, or we could try to knock it down somehow, or heat our way through it, or magnetism it.
I could try to jimmy a hook down in there, and if we can open it far enough, get a hold of the handle and lift it from this side.
I have a crowbar.
I also.
Sounds fun. If we can open it far enough, I can jimmy a thief's hook down there.
I could also just, shake the earth enough to cause it to rattle open.
Let's try that.
All
I
right.
suppose.
Can you post a description of the method that you're using to shake up the earth?
Elemental attunement. So I'm basically using it on the doorway to crack it open.
I think harmless sensory effect would be too weak to shake off the door of this size and weight.
Yeah, okay. Okay. But I'm still gonna do it anyway, just see. Nothing.
Yep, nearby area goes like slightly shakes, but it doesn't seem to be.
Wait. Can I create like a ball of fire in my hand hot enough to actually just melt the lock open? Like melt the lock off of it? Just like a blowtorch?
Probably.
It says warm. I don't think that's. Yeah, it's.
I don't reckon
No,
that's how
warm is one thing, but creating elements within 1 feet cube is another thing. I would say you should be able
Yeah.
to create fire.
Just create like plasma, basically. I mean,
you're trying to make a plasma.
I mix fire, earth, and water together to form plasma.
I'll say you can actually. As you're putting the fires in your hand and putting in it, you can tell that the door in the nearby area seems to be getting hotter and hotter. But judging from the progress, it will take you quite a bit of time to melt down this door.
I still say we go with opening the lock.
Yeah, that probably seems like
there
a better
has to,
idea.
there's
It seems
probably
like
a
it's gonna
trick
take
to it. There's probably a trick to it if it's tilted and It's got a rolling mechanism on the other side.
I'm gonna
And,
start looking. Yeah, I'm gonna start looking on the ceiling where this thing tilts to.
You're looking at the ceiling, and
Well, you said it tilts. I want to look in the direction that it tilts, where the hinges are.
okay. Roll perception.
Okay. That is not my best skill. Oh,
With 11, you do not see anything specific. Although you can tell that the door itself seems to be slightly tilted. And with that, there is a small gaps that have been created on with the door. And
right. Okay, I'm going to stick a thief hook on the end of a rope, dangle that guy down into the.
Is there enough space for that, or?
Silk rope, I would say that there is enough space for it. The hempen rope would be too hard to fit through that.
We could always just try to, because it's a door, right? We could just try to crowbar it either ajar this way or up this way and get it to shimmy out, you know?
Yeah, I pull out my own crowbar. Do I do this?
If that doesn't work, then you could try to hook it with your rope.
Yeah. Okay, try to open it with the crowbars, I suppose.
Yeah, how many people have crowbars? Because that'll just make it easier.
How many people have crowbars?
I'm a rogue, so I didn't take any crowbars, unfortunately.
I have one, and
I have one as well. So we got
two crowbars.
Okay.
We have
Alright, I
one.
guess
We have an
position-
extra. We have a safety crowbar.
Yeah, so we position the crowbars on one side, not like evenly, but like on one side to tilt it.
Which side would you like to place the crowbar? Right, left, up top?
I would say, so which way is it tilting? What corner of it is tilting? I'm trying to draw a mental image.
Maybe I should draw a slight picture for you. Why am I opening calculator? What the fuck?
Alright, some more of our awesome MS Paint action.
Eh.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful time. I'm just gonna paint a little happy door here on.
Noni, the Bob Ross of DMs.
Oh my God, Bob Ross is a dungeon master. I would be so down for that.
I would not, because we'd be attacked by happy little trees.
Oh my god,
You
this
just
looks horrible.
I'm gonna
but
need y'all to roll
I'm just
initiative.
gonna-
See how many happy clouds you see. Need y'all to roll me a perception check.
Feels like that.
I'd like y'all to save against death.
There is a solid one that seems to be in there, and it seems to be slightly tilted. On door seems to be slightly tilted in that direction. And you see a little bit of opening on the upper side and the lower side.
Okay,
as well as
so-
a little bit on the lower right, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
As they try to get the thing open with the crowbar, Valen's gonna offer racist wood elf inspiration. Come on, you fucks!
We're
do you
gonna
deal with this
put the
guy?
crowbars on the side that doesn't have the crack. That way we can make the crack bigger.
I just look over to Kara as we're doing this. How do you work with this guy?
I ignore it and keep working.
Both
That
of
should
you
be
who are
answered, no?
currently doing the muscle work, roll strength.
Is it
Alright.
strength or athletics?
Strength. I don't think there is athletic
Oh
prowess.
god,
to-
I'm so old and weak, and then I comment that I'm old and weak, and I wish Miruk was here.
He is here. I dragged that poor dead sod over here.
I mean, we have a skull.
With two
We have a skull
crowbar
and
that
a
is
tree.
currently operating, your crowbar, as you're doing it, seems to be more effective by your strength. And now your crowbars are slightly dented. I mean, slightly bent.
Damn it. Alright, it's Valen. Go for it, man.
Oh, you want me to open that door now? Okay, fine. I'm gonna go and drop a hook down in there.
So can you describe
Give
the
me a
messaging
reason.
you're using?
Just give me a reason, Val.
Okay.
No reason.
No, what Valen is doing, and I'm taking the time to actually, not in any kind of rush, so I'm taking 10 or whatever that shit's called, to, I'm tying the end of a thief hook, like the thing you'd use to open a lock with.
A Jimmy
End
bar?
of, yeah, a Jimmy bar, and then dropping it down the crack.
That's the most southern thing I've said all session. I'm sorry.
So you are putting the rope and you have a hook and you're dropping down the upper crack. Yeah?
Right, until I can get a hold of the crowbar or the handle like a claw game and pull it up from this side.
That is very smart. And although the door, it will be pretty heavy, as you know that the inside handle is, the one that you do
It's
like
a vault.
this.
Yeah.
But you
it's
should be
one of
able
those
to
big
hook
steel
it,
frames.
and given some time, you should be able to fidget slightly with multiple attempts. And given some time, without any checks, you should be able to open it.
Yeah, I'm taking 10. I'm not in a rush. I'm gonna open this door.
Yeah, we see him pulling on it. Can we like assist?
I have a really good strength score.
It'll be hard to assist as most of you does not have the toolkit proficiency for the Thieves Kit.
Gotcha.
And is not as proficient as he is, and it will be
I
hard.
don't know,
Okay.
man. Do you think a cobbler's tool proficiency will help in this situation?
You say a cobbler?
Cobbler. So if any of our shoes get ruined, by God, I can fix them.
Yeah.
Can I spec into haberdashery? Can I make hats?
Oh yes. Why don't you roll 1d6? That's a 10-minute for each of the ones that you'd be spending to open the lock.
Okay.
So if he rolls a 6, this is speed where he's literally just waiting an hour.
We're waiting.
15
Jesus.
minutes! Although in the meantime, while you're waiting, there's a little bit of hope that you guys feel, because you can hear slightly as it goes like cook, cook, as he's slowly working his way in.
The whole time this takes, Valen is just uttering a string of elvish obscenities like,
I understand all of them.
you motherfucker!
Meanwhile, Joe is just like swearing in Draconic. Just swearing in Draconic.
But
Damn wizards and their
in
wizards.
1 hour,
Fucking ghostlight bastard door open!
50 minutes of agonizing or mentally being tormented with the elfish.
Yeah, we're all just
swears.
sitting there drinking some water. This is nice.
When it finally like clicks, Valen's gonna go, ah! You see, I opened it!
And it only took you an hour.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to try to melt it down in case something was listening.
I'm gonna tell them to shut up. As the door swings open, what happens?
Yes, as the door swings open, nothing actually jumps at you. Pretty normal. But inside is very dark currently. There seems to be no lighting as the... outside, in the cave, there was some light as there is some mosses here and there. But inside of the house is pitch dark black. Which of you has a dark vision? Alright, anyone else?
I don't, but I happen to have a torch and I happen to be able to ignite it.
Alright!
This is just a prop for this.
Yeah.
But while you're...
While we're in darkness, Valen's gonna hide.
Roll stealth for you. And as you're lighting up the torch, Karak, you see that there are few chests.
I am a good.
This seems to be some
Alright,
sort of
well,
a
then,
garage. There are many
Here you go.
boxes, and on one in specific, you see one of the big fancy box that is etched with gold, and it seems to be sitting on one corner on the sides. And on the other sides, there are many shelves on each of the sides, and to your left, seems to be a stairs that seems to be can be used to climb up the stairs.
Okay, I say it's only fair, and I go to pat Valen on the shoulder, and I realize that he's not there anymore, and I'm like,
You're just patting Joe on the shoulder. What's up, man?
I just go to hit Valen, and I realize Joe's there, and I'm like, that's what I get for being nice. All right, let's go loot, boys.
All right.
No, it's totally down with looting, just not totally down with getting killed by whatever's in here.
Who said that?
What?
Alright.
Are you guys
I
haunted?
said it.
Are you guys haunted? Because I don't know if I can hang with you guys if you're haunted.
All right, so what's on the shelves to my right?
Many of
I'm
the
gonna go
shelves,
big golden box.
many of the shelves seems to be containing food and water items. On your shelves that is in front of you, in front of the, I'm just gonna draw it so that you guys can see it
Okay.
easier.
Thank you.
Why don't you guys see my wonderful process of working? Whoa. I actually
the mind
was
of Joe.
gonna prepare the general area before you guys get here, but I fucked up the time and didn't have enough time to prepare the map in time. Although I know what is in the area anyway. But yes, there's 4 walls on the sides. The room is relatively small. And the vault door that you guys entered is actually pretty fucking big on the sides. Currently, the door has swung open.
I say good work, Valen, wherever you are, you sneaky bastard.
There is a shelves in multiple sides of the door. And there is a stairs that can be used to climb up.
Where's the box with the gold ornates on it?
There's a one box that is ornated with gold. And the front, the forward, and the sides seems to be filled with many of different rations, dried meats, and the deers and that type of deal. And most of them seems to be have some sort of preservation methods being applied to them, whether smoked or has some sort of chemical on them or is complete vacuum. The one smaller shelves on the lower sides contains water containers. Many of them seems to have water skins or has a barrel full of water.
You know,
You drew this real well, by the way. Very nice.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
this is good.
that one's gonna come out of stealth, like in the middle of the room.
Alright. Yes, you do enter the middle of the room. If you would like, drop up your token. Not much bigger to do. And it is likely that there are some empty boxes that are like on the ground.
Joe's gonna open up the box that's in front of him with the gold
What's
ornates on
a
it.
good... Hold on. Shit. I need a good demon that I can use as a swear D&D, because I am, you know, a tiefling.
Bahamut?
Bahamut? Isn't that a dragon?
Tiamat?
No, that's the dragon god.
Tiamat is also a demon.
Oh, Tiamat's also a dragon, right?
Yeah, is a...
He's like the demon dragon. He's Bahamut's opposite.
Yeah. Tiamat is one, and... What else? Demon. Famous demon.
Just saying.
Okay, I'll figure one out that goes with my background.
Drubalix is a thing. And you're opening the chest, right?
Yep.
Yes. And as you open up the chest, everyone roll dexterity saving throw.
It's fucking crap.
As this guy opens the chest and doesn't wait for his rogue to disarm the traps, Valen is actually going to duck. Like, you fucking idiot.
Dexterity saving throw? Or...
Dexterity saving throw, yes.
Okay.
Nice roll.
One, two, three. One person
I've
hasn't
got
rolled
fucking
yet.
+5.
Yeah, Valen.
What did Valen do?
Roll dexterity
Yeah,
saving
roll the dex save.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Not what you did, it's what you didn't do.
Dex save?
Oh, got one.
Dex save, Dex save.
God of the Hunt.
Is his name just literally God of the Hunt?
No, it's just
Alrighty.
now.
Every one of you makes it except Karak. Karak take 35 fire damage, and the rest of you take
Holy
half
shit!
damage.
I'm on the ground. I'm unconscious. Wait. Oh, I'm fire resistant.
Oh!
So am I.
There you go.
So he takes 17 damage.
Yes.
And
Once you open up the chest, giant flame of explosion.
You know, I could
Of the
have disarmed that trap.
I didn't know where you were!
It was standing in the room.
While they're yelling, while they're screaming at each other, I'm yelling, I'm on fire. And I'm rolling on the ground.
What would you like me to do? We have the most tired priests in the world.
Don't worry, man, I got you. And I snuff out the fire with my elemental attunement. Because it says I can snuff out a candle, doesn't that count?
The things surrounding still seem to be chiseling a little bit, as you can smell the meat and smoke filling up the
Wait, I
room.
can just throw a fucking cube of water on him? Or cone?
Yes, you can extinguish all the flames that is currently on Karak.
I just run over to him and throw the water in his face.
Yeah. With it, that was pretty gigantic explosion that happened. What do you guys like to do now?
I'm gonna just look back inside the chest.
I'm going to stand up, walk over to the chest, push Flame Lizard over, and look into the chest myself.
As you see
you gotta
in
make
the
a strength-
chest...
No, make a strength check, motherfucker.
Yeah, alright. Oh, shit.
4.
What? I just look inside the chest.
In the chest, as two of you looks down, there is a signs of pretty strong smelling sulfur and some sort of explosive that has been set up. This was likely planned trap.
Okay. I sigh.
Are the ancestors? They're intelligent goo monsters.
I sigh, and then a giant, cloud of soot and ash comes out of my mouth because I was, caught in the giant fiery ball of death.
Gemma just expels it with a burst of air.
I'm just
I like
shooting.
using
I'm just shooting pure death at you right now. I say nothing.
And on.
You know, Karak, I could have stopped that entire thing from happening.
I still say
when
nothing. I just say nothing.
I'm just smiling at you. That was fun.
We should do more often.
We should do this again sometime.
No one can't tell the difference between a Dragonborn smiling and a Dragonborn frowning, so it's all good either way.
It's not like our mouths are super tiny. You can tell when they're up or down. And to be fair, I can't tell if you're a man or a woman either.
But
All you elves look the same.
Many of the things surrounding seems to have bursted into flames, and some of the rations seems to have some. Many of the rations are damaged, although some may be salvageable. Is there anything that you guys like to do here?
I'm gonna check the
I
stairs.
kind of.
I'm just gonna dash up the stairs real quick.
Oh my god!
How about we leave Valen to checking for traps, and you guys loot anything that's worth looting?
Okay, no, don't worry. As you are walking up the stairs, roll dexterity saving throw.
Son of a fucking bitch.
That's a 9.
And Karak gets hit.
No, the
Hey,
floor,
Karak gets stuck
as you're
there,
stepping
bro.
on it, breaks in half. You feel like it's definitely on purpose, and you fall below. And
I'm just gonna leave my token there.
Why even bring me along?
There seems to be a small pit that has many of the spikes that had been built in down there, and you take 10 piercing damage.
You are an outstandingly intelligent lizard witch.
You can
And you're an obnoxious fucking asshole.
Hey, but I'm up here.
I'm up here and you're down there.
I look at Elrit and don't say anything, and I just sort of head nod to the stairs.
Alright.
Hey, check.
Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
Would you like me to check for any more of that?
No, fuck you.
Oh, sorry, you're at the bottom. You don't get a vote. I'm gonna check for traps on the stairs.
I'm just gonna use my quarterstaff to kind of jimmy my way
You guys hear
back
me?
up.
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
For checking the stabs, can you describe the method that you're using? Also, I can only process one people at a time. Give me some time to come back to you, Kazi. How are you checking traps?
Using my thieves' tools, I am. Well, first of all, how sheer are these walls that lead over the stairs?
The wall seems to be made out of metal, same material that seems to be building or making up.
It's a solid surface.
It's a very, very solid surface.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same hook and grapnel action, but this time I'm going to actually string one of the ruined rations on there so it's a good chunk of weight. And I'm going to toss it farther up the stairs.
Okay. By the way, at the end of the stairs, there is a trapdoor. Similar type of thing that you have seen on the
I
other
like how
side.
you just said, yeah, it's a trap.
No, it's not a trap. But as you're putting up the rations with quite a bit of weight, doesn't seem to be having any more traps on these stairs.
I suppose I should... Honestly, do I have to pull him out of the hole?
You would have to. He
I
can
can
climb
do
up.
it myself.
Oh, good! Climb out of the hole! I'm gonna go up the stairs!
Roll acrobatics check.
You got it. Yeah.
As you're climbing out of the hole, the wall seems to be made on purpose, crumbly, and as you're climbing up, you fall again.
Totally not pulling you out of the hole.
You take another 10 piercing damage.
You blew up the room, you fell down the hole, you can climb out of there like a big boy, since I am not Terrier.
Doing it again.
You now, second time, rapidly climb up the hole before anything crumbles at any chance, and now you're up on the stairs.
And now I'm climbing up the stairs, just flipping off Alan as I'm walking past him. I like how Beaver's trying to be your friend and Joe is just having none of your shit. Greg is gonna be somewhere in the middle.
But yes, as he's climbing up the hole and Balan checking for any traps, Elliot and Kazi, is there anything that you guys like to do?
Yeah, while all this is going on, I'm gonna take a peek at that gilded chest, and I just want to inspect and see if there's any hidden compartments on it or anything, or if it was just a bomb.
Without any checks, it is clear that the inside had been completely burnt away, and judging from the thickness of it, it was just a container for the bomb.
Just a container. Okay.
Someone put it in here for a purpose. This was
Gotcha.
definitely a thing.
Damn, that was good thinking, though. I like that.
But yes. But actually, I want to reward your good thinking. Why don't you roll investigation?
Investigation. Alrighty.
That's a good point. They wouldn't trap something so heavily if there was nothing in there.
As you're looking for any abnormalities in hidden compartment, you do realize that this chest is likely made in Island or some of the humans with the higher technologies. As you've never seen this level of details in anywhere else when you were traveling in the Lapidan areas, or any of the goods that you have maybe seen in the general area. This was definitely made by someone with quite a bit of skill recently.
Okay. Yeah, I'll relay that to everybody. This clearly isn't Lapidan design. This is from somewhere else.
Is there a maker's mark?
Yeah, is there a craftsman's stamp?
Yeah, do I see any of that?
True. Most of them seems to be burnt away, but give me a second.
I wonder how that happened. Oh, right. Blaze
Quote,
Fang.
Darkest Dungeon, curious is the trap maker's art. Unseen are the fruits of his labor.
Yes.
That was one of my favorite lines.
Dude, the narrator of that game is so good.
Alright, so now that we've burned half the room, is there any
half the party?
Right. Well, you know.
I need to look up the notes. It's taking. Where the fuck is it?
I have just been beating the fuck out of these past couple seconds.
In the future, when we see strange gilded boxes, please let me look at them first. I said please. That's an actual first.
I will roll to vouch for Valen actually using please for the first time.
No, you know what?
Saying
Yeah.
Valen,
No,
Valen.
you know what? Since he said please, I'm gonna give it to him. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No. I just literally want. You know what? I just wanted to spend this session
You
being a
see
bit of an
a
ass.
mark that is written as a CN Blacksmith's Confederate, written on the sides of the chest. Although you're not quite sure or familiar with the name, this is a human writing. You can tell.
You said it's gilded. You said it's gilded, right?
It is gilded in gold, at least as far as you can tell.
Valen is taking a dagger, and we're gonna break off chunks of charred gold since that had a low burning point and it's surely cracked and ruined, and we're gonna flake that off into my bag.
If you were to
he
inspect
gets shot with an
further,
arrow.
likely it was only on the surface, but there is very little gold to be gained. But, yeah, there are very little.
It's gold.
I will save Valen the time and hand him one piece of gold for getting the door open.
Oh, good. Waste
Seriously,
waste not one drop.
But yes, what is rest of you guys will be doing?
That's my job. I don't need the gold for doing my job.
On top of the
I'm just walking
stair,
up the
there is a
sta-
trapdoor on
I'm just
the...
walking up the stairs, being very careful about the traps, and I'm just gonna investigate that trap door.
There's a
As
trapdoor.
he walks up the stairs, Valen is following him, going, "If you fall down another pit, I am never going to stop laughing. I am just going to laugh until I die."
There's
Good.
a trapdoor
Because that means
above.
you're gonna die quickly.
It's a kind where you pull it down, and likely
Okay.
there is some sort of you don't see any obvious letters or something. You hope that probably climb up from the trapdoor that falls down. And in your memory, previously, the trapdoor that you guys used on the other one had the letter attached to the door that you opened.
I say up to
Since
the
this-
listen to the trapdoor. What do you hear?
Since this person seems to be rather, how would I say, security conscious, I would like to fiddle with this door for a bit.
Fiddle with how? Can you describe how you're fiddling with it?
I am searching for traps.
Can you describe the method that you're using to search for traps?
pulls out a magnifying glass and just starts investigating in the corner.
Yeah,
Well,
I would not
like
say-
an experienced burglar that we're not gonna go into detail how he obtained this experience. Alan takes the handle of a dagger and starts knocking about
All right.
engine.
Roll dex with your
See if there-
thieves tool.
Switches, levers, anything that's yeah.
Thieves tool. Kid proficiencies with dexterity. Actually, intelligence. Intelligence with dex toolkit proficiency. Oh no.
Yeah.
With 8,
you roll.
you do not see any signs of traps. It's probably just a trap door.
18.
How is it 18? What's that? What are you rolling? I'll take the first roll that you rolled, and you do not find any traps. And he disconnects. And he reconnects. But yes, I'll take the first roll with 8. You do not find any traps so far.
My first. Oh, I thought it was an 18. Sorry. So I don't see any.
There is no wires connected to anywhere as far as you can tell, and this doesn't seem like a trigger. As when you're changing the mechanisms to open the door, you do not hear any other mechanisms that are moving with it.
Okay.
Likely opening the
Tony,
door
quick
or
question.
using the thing doesn't trigger any traps. Yes.
While he's doing this, can I just spend my 3 hit dice to get health back?
That would be short rest, and it will take an hour.
How long does it take him to open the door?
5 seconds. 15
Reaction?
seconds.
18 seconds or so.
Damn it. Alright.
Yeah. But yes.
All right. Bound's gonna open the door since he's pretty confident that there's no traps, and I'm playing my character.
Okay. As you are opening the door, roll dexterity saving throw.
Of course.
Of course.
Nice.
Yeah, this one's not that bad. As you're opening the door, of course there was a trap, but this wasn't any mechanical traps that have been integrated with the trapdoor, but a pile of blades and sharp objects, metal objects, falls down along with the trapdoor that opens up. And
Oh! Oh! I am the ninja.
Get out of the way.
you quickly dodges out of the way and takes no damage. Now there is a bunch of sharp objects on the ground, but the trapdoor
Are there any
successfully
short
opens.
swords in there?
It's basically, you know, the ninja thing that they put on the ground, the 3-pointed thing?
Caltrops.
Yeah, caltrops, yes. I say caltrops.
Okay.
I will actually take a couple of those caltrops.
Alright. Feel free
Just
to
remember-
add, if you want to, you can add up to 3 caltrops.
I will take all 3 because I'm a greedy bastard.
Alright.
No. That is why you let me open the door.
And yes, now the trapdoor is
Whatever you
open,
say.
and with it, the trapdoor seems to be deploying a ladder that seems to be used to climb up to the next floor.
Oh. One of you can go up first. I'm
Check
fine.
if the ladder is trapped.
And you know what? I'm fine with being a pincushion today. Climbs up the door. Pokes his head out. Somebody shoots an arrow through his head. There's somebody up there.
As you are climbing up, what were you saying?
An arrow
You're
is
asking,
fired.
is there anyone up there?
I guess I would make a perception check for that.
The crossbow fires. The bolt ricochets off the wall, ricochets off the stairs, hits Karak in the heart.
No, this is... You see a person standing right in front of you
Oh, Jesus.
with some sort of weird metal stick in his hand and his hole pointing right on between your eyes. And he says, "Don't move."
Okay.
What do you do?
Fucking move!
And he says that... Oh, you're doing
I
it.
land loose my grip attack. He
Alright.
needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
He will use his prepared action to shoot you as well. Both of you will take the damage.
Oh, hey, guess what I got? Hey, Nody, guess what I got? Deflect missiles, motherfucker!
Whoa.
I need to roll a d10 though. And
Yes.
this one is very difficult.
Catch a bullet, because, like...
Level.
Yeah, monks can catch
Okay,
bullets.
so
Yes. His dex save. He
plus
failed the
3,
dex save.
plus 3. Okay, so the damage is reduced by 8 damage, 8 points. And as for the fire damage, 9.
Note to self: do
You will
not
take 9
with
damage.
monks.
And you manage to catch the bullet.
Oh my god.
All right,
That is bananas! Too bad you couldn't end up not falling down the hole!
Is Valen impressed with his ninja?
Yeah, that's awesome! Valen has nothing to say.
You can, you
Alright,
do not
then,
see the whole
let's do-
picture of it, but you can tell that there is a gunfire shot on the top, and he grabs something like this on the front, and as he opens his finger, you can tell that there is a bullet right between his fingers.
That's fucking wild.
no, you know what I do? No, you know what I do? I pull an Ace Ventura and catch it with my teeth.
Oh, there we go.
I just spit it down.
And with that, that's an aggression. If you would like, we would roll initiative.
Just me or everybody?
Everybody.
Are Elred and I still at the bottom of the stairs?
Everybody gets initiative. You get
guys are
initiative.
at
You
the
get
bottom of the
initiative. You all get initiative.
In fact, I was drawing the map on the other map, but I should actually just expand this one because I think it's in between floor combat. I'm just
Instead of moving
gonna
so-
make this map a little bit larger. I'm gonna draw the rest of the floors on this side.
Elred, were you standing in the middle room? I thought, or more or less, me and you were like standing at the base of the stairs, right?
No, I was actually, after I investigated the chest, I was standing towards the middle of the room, away from wherever they were.
All right.
You know, eventually I'm gonna have advantage to initiative rolls, right? It's pretty bananas.
Oh, Noni, did he take the full fire damage or just half?
You take the full fire damage, which is 9.
Awesome.
All right, I'm gonna let you guys know that I have approximately it's less than 6, but more than 4.
I have 8.
Y'all keep fighting people! Why
Fighting
What was
people.
I supposed to do?
I got blown up.
Why don't you use your words? Don't shoot my face!
But yes, and I guess you're the only one who haven't actually seen the bounty sheet, but if the rest of you see it, this is Olsen.
Don't kill him.
A Minotaur save.
All right, well, is it my turn?
I'm preparing
Oh,
a
you gotta
map
roll.
for a moment.
Yeah.
Give me some seconds.
Sorry.
Boy, I'm gonna speak some infernal to him. Boy, I'm gonna bring up so much shit if I can actually not die.
As the dodge action roll,
are we fighting, everyone?
Well, we found Ulfson. I like how we were like, oh yeah, this is gonna be RP heavy. We've done fighting. We've
No, because it's a lot of exploration too, right? So,
Okay.
The way. Yeah, I guess it depends on where you guys go, really. I mean,
dude, Noni, I love this. I'm pretty sure I speak for the rest of the party when I say that this is amazing.
Oh,
This
no,
is one of the best games I've played in a long time. Honestly.
I love Joe and Valid shit talking.
But I think it's majorly because I have the good players, and usually good player means good campaign.
You shut up, you humble son of a bitch.
Oh, no, but really, it means a lot to have a good players to play.
I will buy you more stuff, you slut.
Oh, no.
We are giving you those extra campaign books. We are playing those campaigns.
But yeah,
I don't want to do two players.
I would say
I also want to
that
do that.
you are. There. Place yourselves onto the map.
I'm still on the other. Oh wait, there you are.
And I'm gonna remove all the initiative and just gonna add you again manually. 'Cause I think it got mixed with the old one.
13!
Yeah, no, he's adding it back.
You'll enter it
Yeah,
manually.
I'll
Calm
add
down.
the same value. 16. And Valen got 13, Karak got 5, and Elliot
Yeah,
got
boy.
6. And Wolfson.
We're not making many, guys.
Oh shit.
You're not on top of the floor, I would say. Only one person can climb up at a time.
So you're at the top of the stairs, Valen, like here.
Alright. I was right behind him, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a ladder. So
Yeah, place yourself into the place where you feel comfortable, where you think your characters would be before the king, and we'll start right off. But, Wolfson, as you have caught the bullet that you have shot, his eye is filled with shock, and he will disengage as his action.
Excuse me! We have come for your fucking head!
And run away!
Run away!
ah, yes, a man after my own heart.
That's a man after Valen's own heart, man! Fucking running away is the smartest thing anyone does!
Next turn is Zoe.
Okay. Joe is going to spend a key point to activate Step of the Wind to allow him to use the dash action as a bonus action.
Fucking monks, man.
Alright.
Yep. Fucking monks.
That's awesome.
Are you gonna spec into what is it, barbarian?
No. I'm not making a Saiyan. So I'm just gonna run up to him, and next I'm going to spend. No, you know what? No, I'm just gonna make this a regular attack. I'm going to attack.
Uh-oh.
What just happened?
Damn it!
What just happened?
That's a miss.
You everything all right?
I guess.
We might need to grapple him. Cough, cough.
Cough, cough.
Yeah. Like,
7 misses.
okay, I'm gonna spend another key point to use a flurry of blows.
Alrighty.
So that's 2 unarmed strikes.
Jesus.
22 hits, 9 misses. Roll your damage. 6 bludgeoning damage, and with that, you have taken 15 damage. Alright.
And I'm just gonna yell out, guys, this asshole's trying to run!
He's running away.
You're
Next
right,
turn.
you're using the bullet catching with whatever that war cry was. 'Cause that
Next
was...
turn is Balin. Yes.
Alright, Valen is gonna very thiefily climb up that thing.
Stealth.
It's like
That's-
in Counter-Strike where
that's-
you don't use your hands, but just your feet.
It takes 10 feet of movements to climb up, but that's about it.
Yeah, I got 35, man. I'm good.
Yeah.
It's good.
And
After-
you can tell.
And what is this? What is this? I'm colorblind. What is this green shit here?
Green shit.
Ping it for us. This?
How do I do that?
Hold the.
Those are chairs. They're the furniture
Yeah.
that seems to be in the
It's just
center
a
of the
table
room.
and chairs.
Yes.
It's a table, so I can shoot over it.
Yes. This one is seems to be just a table. And this one seems to be
table.
a cooking table.
Boy, I'm gonna cut that leg off that table.
All right, I'm gonna use my cunning action to dash also because
All right.
I'm not gonna be done by this guy.
Cutting action.
I can't really see the freaking room because I'm having a bitch of a time moving my character sheet around.
All right.
Just then move it to the space you want to.
And what is this stuff here? A
I
wall?
think it's just like decor.
That is a bed. Queen size bed.
He's standing in the door frame.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move like here and shoot.
Gotta grapple one.
All right.
We just gotta catch him.
Roll your attack.
Yeah, baby!
Roll your
And sneak attack!
Oh, roll that beautiful damage, my boy.
Oh, actually, I don't know you have angles to shoot him, but
I rolled a crit! I can get past
Come
this
on,
guy!
please, please.
technically there's
I
no
will give
angle
the
to
best
shoot him.
saving
He's
throw.
in full cover. However, I would say the next attack that you make at him will be critical.
Okay.
Fuck me, alright.
At least you get the crit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next attack. Oh.
God
I mean-
damn it, man.
Unless you're doing some crazy shit where you like parkour over the table, do a slide, and like shoot the arrow like Legolas style.
You know, there's
I
a
would-
feat.
But
There's
I
a
would
feat.
since he got a crit, I would have me make a dex saving throw, and if I pass, then I could just slide out of the way while he takes the shot.
Now, the thing is,
yeah,
we wouldn't even have known that was a crit if I just said that it was full cover in the first place, right?
You can just assume it's an elf with a bow. I mean, everybody's.
Rule of cool, man. Come on. Rule of cool.
Fine,
You'll get the-
I
you'll get
can't
the crit.
argue with that. Fine, make a dexterity saving throw and you shoot through him. Yes.
And watch as I roll a nat one.
I say 20 is good. Yeah, shoot through him. You dodge the arrow.
Outstanding. Let's do my damagers.
11.
Alrighty. Oh,
That's.
okay.
Hold on, I got sneak attack.
But before you roll full
Oh, yeah, because
damage, what would you like to tell Joe before you're shooting?
Dipset, duck!
No, I don't actually duck. I just say, "What the fuck did you just call me?" And like it just past my head.
Yes, as you turn around, hearing this bullshit behind you from this elf, you can't take it anymore.
Guys, this might be
And
the funniest session we've ever had.
with that, the
Oh
arrow
my god.
literally-
I like destroyed this dude. That's 18 damage.
18 damage
18
plus.
damage. He seems to be bleeding severely, and he won't last for too long.
God, don't kill him. Don't
Carrick.
kill him.
Put down your weapons,
Oh, wait,
please!
wasn't it Ellet's turn?
Oh yes, Ellen, sorry.
Okay.
Skip the turn.
Ellen, you should tell him to surrender before I put a bullet in his eyeball.
We
Or
got
an arrow.
up there.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not even up there yet. I'm gonna run past Carrick and slap him on the back as I go by and cast Cure Wounds.
We've done 33 damage to him so far.
I'm digging the drive-by cure wounds.
Hey man, you're doing a good job.
Alright.
So you
Thank
get 9 back. I'm gonna yell upstairs, don't kill him yet. my turn.
There's no guarantees with that, my friend.
Carrick, as he's tapping you in the shoulder. What do you like to do?
I can't do fucking math. Yeah, okay. There, that's math.
You have 43 points.
I'm gonna dash because that's what I need to do in this situation. That's
All right.
35 up here plus 10, 45, which makes me land out here, which gives me another math 15.
Yeah.
And it's an action to yell out, right?
Talking in our
No,
session
you talk as
is
a
free.
free.
Cause I want to be
I'm not,
more
like-
talking centered. So.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like convince him of anything. I just want to say something. I move up my last bit of movement, run past Elrin and I say, "Thanks, bud." Climb up the ladder very hurriedly.
Finger crossbows.
Get by this chair, stand in front of the chair, and I say in Infernal, I say, "Think about the young boy by the beach. His gray hair. We know who you are, Ulfson."
Alright, you will see his reaction on his turn, which is right after his thing. Your turn.
That's my turn.
Alright. He uses his action, he yells at you, and you can tell the hatred in his words as he yells in Inferno, "None of you will live here alive!" And he disengages and dashes
Jesus Christ.
onto the pool of mercury. He is standing on top, however, unlike you guys. He doesn't seem to be sinking. And Joe, it's your turn.
And I'm doing a. Jeez. As far as the range of darts,
Should be on the.
Dart is, I believe, 60 feet, or was it? Dart 5e. Dart
Dart range is 20, 60 disadvantage.
Yeah, so over 20 is disadvantage, and maximum range is 60 feet.
okay. I don't know what
Holy
to do
shit.
here. I am not equipped to fight at range. I guess. I gotta leave this to you guys for now. I'm just gonna run this away. I'm just gonna measure out real quick. And I'm gonna run over to this part. And I'm just going to use my last key point to activate Patient Defense, which essentially lets me take the dodge action for my turn as a bonus action.
Okay. By the way, flavor-wise, this area is also covered in mercury, although I'm not doing it because of the house on the other side. But yeah,
Tengu!
I would say just put it here.
I'm gonna assume that we're on the island.
You're on the island in the center.
Oh, so that's how we got here. So that's what was going for us.
Valen.
Oh, he will be right back, I guess.
Is
Yeah,
back?
see, I got it first try.
There we go. Your turn.
Valentin. I can do a subdual attack, yes.
Subdual?
Is he just gonna stick into the Mercury though?
Yeah, where it does non-lethal damage.
Yeah, don't you just have to state that I do not want to kill him?
Ranged attack, you have no choice but to kill him.
Oh.
Unless you put some efforts to save him, probably not.
Like shoot him in the knee.
What I was aiming for like something not lethal, the leg or the...
He would still bleed out and die.
Turn him into a Skyrim guard.
Skyrim guard.
Okay, Valen's first gonna use free action here to say, we need him alive,
Yeah, we need him alive.
The poster was dead or alive, actually.
Yeah, but we just need information.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm actually wondering why you said that, considering that you always like to say, you always like to cover the alive part.
It's because we learned after the party.
Yeah, Valen and Karak were all about killing this dude, and now it's like less kill this dude.
You can still try talking to him if you like, but what do you like to do?
I just shot him in the eyeball. I don't think he wants to talk to me.
And you just blackmail him using his son.
Oh! I am a pretty vicious looking dude.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to say... Alright. So, and I'm knocking an arrow, I'm pointing it at him, and I'm gonna say, looking forward, I can kill you now. I can order my mates to kill your son. The option's up to you.
I said I'm not a mage.
My mate. Yeah. Yay! I'm scary.
Holy shit! You need to let me borrow those virtual dice of yours.
Your elven raider is earning his paycheck today.
You've been rolling really well tonight.
Like consistently.
He
Idiots got the
will
ups and
be
downs.
feared of you. He will be frightened as long as you're in sight. And however, he
I'm not trying to scare him. I'm trying to make him surrender. Drop your weapons and come in.
No, don't drop the weapon.
he
It's
yells,
nice.
using his reaction, says that if I kill you here, you can't kill him.
If I don't report back, they're going to kill him.
He seems to be confused.
Okay, let me slow it down, Hornhead.
But that was your action and turn. I say you get more turn to talk after a while, unless you wanna not fight him.
I'm desperately trying not to kill him, even if I have to lie through my teeth to do it.
I can tell that. Yeah, let's see if you do the right steps to convince him in one way or the other. However,
I am a good guy, just a dick, a rampaging dick.
As a wise person once told me, a dick isn't necessarily an evil person.
That is what I said, isn't it? Being a dick isn't an evil act.
yeah.
Look, guys, I may not know much about this crazy, crazy world, but I do know this. Dicks fuck pussies, and dicks fuck assholes. And if you don't let us fuck this asshole, we are gonna have our dicks and our pussies all covered in shit.
This is the worst. That is the worst movie quote.
No, it is the greatest movie quote.
Now the movie rating has gone up to plus 19. It's like, it's
Hey.
But yes,
Alright, so he's not gonna attack. And somebody who's scary.
You'll see what he does in his turn. Actually, you're at 3 exhaustion, right? Attacks and saving throws are at disadvantage, so technically previous crit won't be crit. But I'm gonna let this slide. Doesn't matter. Also, your speed is hopped as well. Do know that you do have exhaustion effect. So I guess it would turn out to be actually very good.
Does, yes. Balin has exhaustion, yes. That's true.
Yeah. I will... For the purpose of that, I guess, I'm not gonna do anything. I didn't catch it in time, so whatever. That was Alan's turn.
I rolled a disadvantage, so...
19 would have hit, but it won't crit on the damages and take 18 damage. But regardless, I'm not gonna reroll and change it. Also, he have some stuff to do, but I forgot. Alec, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna use my stubby little halfling legs and dash upstairs. That's about all I can do.
You're at 2 exhaustion, right?
No, I think I should be down to 0 now since we took a long rest. Because I only had 1.
Oh, you only have 1. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You come up there, and what do you like to do? As I said, the talking is free.
I was gonna say that's about all I can do. I don't know if you'd be able to hear me if I yell out from here.
All right, Karak.
I'm also not sure how damaged he is either.
I mean, 120 feet. You can yell at 120 feet. Someone will hear you.
Yeah.
He also has. He's also been damaged for 33 points of damage. I did the math.
Yeah.
Between the monk and the arrow and the eyeball, he's pretty fucked.
Between
Stop running. We're trying to help
the
you.
eyeball, he's not doing so hot. The fact that he can still walk on Mercury is kind of amazing.
He yells at all of you, saying...
Wait, is it his turn?
Interesting. Yeah, it is his turn. Oh, yes.
wait.
No, it's Karak's turn. What the fuck? Why did I skip you? Yeah, it's Karak's.
Karak!
Alright, that's...
Guys, I think there's no real way we're gonna be able to...
Karak's smart enough to pick up on Valen's con that we're acting like this brutal gang of gangers right now, right? Like
50. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 50, and then I've got dash. I can dash more than once, right, for combat?
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, dude. You can speeding good all of this shit. Alright.
Arriba!
Yeah, that's... Alright. Move up to here. That's 50. Yeah, 50. I got 10 more. Move out here. And I say Infernal once again. Say... If you run, they will kill him. They're on the shore. You won't find him again.
Roll persuasion.
Alright.
With advantage. With advantage. Yeah, 19. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do in your turn?
Am I able to say anything else?
Yes.
I say, we can take you to him. You just have to cooperate.
talking is free, right?
Talking is free.
Or I can kill you now.
He points his gun at Karak and says that, "Bullshit! I've heard that from Cody over and over. I don't trust any of you working for him. You bastards! Taking a hostage like that."
I'm not able to say anything else, am I?
You can say anything, although roll will be done in your turn. I say that
Okay.
he decided not to attack. I say that initiative will be over for now. We're gonna resume once it comes back. We can talk now.
Okay.
Does that mean I can move outside with the rest of the group?
Yeah, if you'd like to.
Okay.
How long can you keep an arrow drawn logically before you're too tired to do it?
No limit in D&D 5e, at least, as far as I'm concerned. You can point at him with your arrow.
Okay. Keeping it trained on Olsen.
Yeah.
All right then. Well, I'm just gonna yell out, "Sir, please, I implore you, come back to the shore, and we can talk about this like reasonable adults."
That's how reasonable you are! Blackmailing me! Threatening to kill my son! You bastard, I never trusted you! I should have stayed out.
Okay, I admit. That's a bit of a dick move. But understand, we really don't want to hurt him. We just want to help the people of the village. So please just come back so that we can talk about this.
Village? What village?
Olfson, we've been offered a better prize. We'll betray Cody and Reggie if you can help us.
Yes.
We've stolen the boy from them.
Roll deception with advantage.
Valen's ready in action in case this goes south to shoot this motherfucker. So
It's your boy, Mr. Infernal.
Mr. Nat 20.
Okay. With your bluff saying that you got the boy and you're going to betray the Cody and freaking Roofer,
Yeah.
he does seems to consider and kind of puts down his gun in the sides and says that, "Why would you do that for me?"
more money.
Yeah, basically.
We're not in the market of killing kids.
You know that I have not much to offer as money.
But you're very handsome and we like helping pretty people.
He's not fucking handsome. Look at him. Shite.
Ignore my very racist, ugly friend.
I say, look, I'm still speaking Infernal. I say, look, if we wanted to, we could kill you. We have people on the shore that can kill you.
I can shoot you from fucking here. If I was looking to kill you, you'd be dead.
We're here
And
to
I'm pretty good at swimming.
We can heal you up and we can have a civil discussion. Tiefling to tiefling.
He
Whatever.
sighs and says that, "Alright." And he slowly moves to the shore.
Diplomacy wins the day for now.
Holy shit, we solved the problem non-violently.
I walk up to him and I disarm him. Not forcibly, but like, I take his weapon from him.
You add one pistol.
I just like walk up to him, pat him on the back, want some water, buddy. I just walk up to him, pat him on the back, say, "You want some water, buddy?" And I conjure like a little cup of water in my hand.
Yes!
Jesus!
I think Carrick's happy.
I'm grinning ear to ear.
Alright,
I'm just gonna
he
look at
hands you
everybody
the
real
pistol
quick.
over for now.
I'm gonna look at everybody real quick and be like, we could have just walked across this lake apparently.
I think he's got some magical gear, ain't that right, Olsen?
He nods his head as he's looking at you.
Oh, well, whatever then.
Albert, I would ask him. You could probably inspect it.
Okay,
He does seem to be wearing some sort of magical boots at the moment.
oh my god, these are fabulous.
I need those boots.
I'm gonna
Look,
be
we already got his
nice.
pistol. Let's at least leave his footwear for now.
Boots.
Extra work
Cassie?
for Olsen.
Oh, alright.
Thanks for
As you were
healing me, by
touching
the way.
him, what are you saying to him as you're casting Cure Wounds on him?
Just say, if you need any proof that we're on your side, Dark Eyes did.
Take off your shoes.
He looks at you and say, "Thank you." And he looks at Balin and says in Infernal and says, "Screw you."
I don't know. I don't speak monster.
And
say-
What did you say?
he goes.
I say in Elvish. No,
He
go
goes
ahead.
and
Sorry.
says that, "Well, I guess let's move in at least." And he goes into the house. And he gestures all of you to follow him. And he sits down on one of the chair.
No.
I'm just gonna stand beside him.
Also, Eled, add +1 Olsen.
Will do.
He will remember.
Alan is gonna down a wineskin in one long drop.
We just see the telltale so-and-so will remember this in the corner.
Yes.
Drinking.
At this moment, we will have like press A to pay respect as well. But yeah.
Come on. Come on. The Telltale games at least make things other than just press a button.
But yes, he sits down on one of the chair and he'll wait for most of you to come into the house anyway.
I'll sit
So,
not in front
This
of
is a
him,
really
but to
nice
the
place
side
you
of
got
him.
here.
Oh yeah, shit. We need to just move our characters. I'll sit, I guess, here.
So this is a really nice place you got here. Yeah, how much is the rent?
He looks at you and says that, well, free as long as you have food at least.
Guess the mercury kind of brings it down a lot, huh?
Well, this seems like a good idea to hide here until the ship arrives. Well,
What ship?
yes, there is a ship coming to the... Oh my god, I forgot the name of the town. There's a
Haven?
ship coming in Uistro.
Oh.
I was gonna use that to return to home, but they got to me first.
Who are you running from? Are you running from the hook?
He looks at you and says that, I thought you were sent by Darkay, no?
We killed
Yes.
Darkay.
Thank you. Well, at least that bastard deserved his eye. So,
Oh yeah, we killed the shite out of that guy.
Yeah, I
He's
cut
so.
it off.
how's my son doing? Is he okay?
Oh, he's good. He's good. He got an A on his test last week. That was really
Alright.
good. We were really proud of him.
Truth be told, we found Darkay's notes, and we've been tracking you for a while.
You kind of you can see his face kind of like twitching and tilting at the moment he hears that, and says that, okay, but Darkay is dead, right?
Oh yeah, no, Darkay, I killed the fuck out of him.
Yeah. I think he's the most dead out of anything we've killed while tracking you. Honestly, he's not just dead; he's fucking dead.
Okay, if
He's not mostly dead. He's actually dead.
I say, where was the last you saw your son?
Yes.
my god.
Oh Christ! It's fucking 15 days march from here. Watch, we're gonna have to go through the goddamn wilderness again.
We're
We
going
have-
to the wilderness. We're gonna get distracted by that dog again. It's gonna be a crazy series of events, but this time we're gonna have Olsen with us.
We got Ovilla.
I
gotta
believe the
open-
name of the place was...
Because that wench has been so useful thus far.
I mean, our bow gun has been pretty useful.
I believe the name of the place was like a Dolphin Island or something. I can't.
Dolphin.
I need to find my note because that was like Pretty old.
Dolphin Island.
Is it shaped like a dolphin?
It
What's a
actually
dog?
shaped like the dog and something else. It may be dolphin. I'm just gonna go.
Hey, when
What
we
is
went
a dog?
You don't know what a dolphin is? Oh, dude, they're these really cute fish guys. They got like really long noses. They got those little dorsal fins. They're
What
adorable.
were you saying, Elliot?
When we went through Darkay's notes, didn't we find a picture of his son?
We did.
Well, let's give that to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a picture.
He takes a
He's a-
picture and it's like,
He's a handsome looking lad.
he grown so much. And
You know, somebody drew that picture, so it could be pretty. I'm just saying.
he looks at all of you and says that I saw him 4 years ago when I left the islands, thinking that I could be richer in this place, in this damn islands and lands filled with mercury monsters. It was my last mistake. I should have stayed with him.
I say in Infernal, I say, you consummated with a human?
Yes, I went to the new haven. I went to the haven to get some jobs and make some living for myself a name. It was my last mistake to work for Cody and that bastard. Okay, so I have multiple notes up, but let me get the right one up.
At this point, I will take out the bounty for him.
He
Been hunting.
looks at the bounty and looks at you and says that it's all lie. That Raj that bastard, it's his plan. He tricked all of us.
Raj?
What the?
Yes,
the
that elfish-looking bastard.
That
Hey,
elf.
hold on just a second. That man is not an elf.
Is this a common theme of, like, tieflings not being able to tell that?
He says that pretty-looking bastard. He tricked us all.
Alright, there we go.
He said that if I come and do the job for him, I will be leaving and cut my hands from Cody and I can see my son. And when I arrived, I could tell that everything went to shit.
Hey,
Let me guess.
at least you're right to mistrust the man.
I was right, and I look at Olsen and I say, you know how the truth? Let me guess. Like you said, he was a real pretty guy. He sat you down, gave you some sort of weird jasmine tea, and tried to talk to you in his living room, right?
Yes, that bastard did exactly that!
Yep.
And
Then-
telling me that if I get this, then he said Corey wouldn't be on my tail anymore. He'd be much busier to think about other things.
Get what? The artifact.
Yes. He said that
Where
I
is
just
it?
need to distract the town a little bit until he get the artifact.
Where's the artifact?
Probably Corey had with him. And after that, the town was assaulted with those undeads. And I thought that I could just visit him again to get paid, but I knew that something was wrong.
Oh, how much money did he owe you?
Money is not important. I only want to go back home and see my son.
Hold on just a moment. I agree that saving your son is important, but money is also important.
He looks
This
at
is
you
not-
with distrust and says that money is nothing. I don't know what in your high head and your elfish mind thinks of it. But at the end of the day, if you can't use money for you and your family, it's nothing.
That's true. I actually agree with that. I have a son. I have a.
That's a really good point.
Val just like, yeah, no, you're right.
That's true. I agree.
I just
I'm
look
gonna-
over at Olsen. I just look over at Olsen and say, "Oh, hey man, you got a little soot on your shoulder. Hang on." Just blast a bit of wind on him to dust him off.
Yep. Dustin.
Sorry about the eyeball.
My character knows jack about what's going on.
Yeah. But like you see the bounty, you see the fact that we've been lying to him. If you want to ask us, if you want to ask us in character.
But like because I wasn't in on this charade, I'm just going with it. I'm just trying to be as nice to him as possible.
You've gone too long of not asking about it, so you can't go back at this point.
Yeah.
I am choosing willful ignorance.
So I look at him and I say, Cody, I'm guessing is in Haven, correct? Oh, no.
Cody, you're muted.
Yeah. We can't
I cannot hear you.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nope.
Nope.
You're gonna have to pull a me.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I think my chair moved my mic's cord a little bit, and it was a little bit loose. All right.
You hold a seat there.
He looks at you and says that, Cody, he's in New Haven, yes. He's in all of his gangs. And if I'm not wrong, Raj will probably be there too.
We need to go back to Raj's house.
Alright, let's get going. Oh wait, there's part of the thing. You don't happen to have a boat on here, do you?
We need to get back. Okay, so plan of action. And I ask everyone to gather around at this point. I say, we disguise Olsen, get him back into the town, grab the boat, get to New Haven.
I'm proficient with the disguise kit.
Yeah, or we check out.
Is proficient disguising myself as well. You have no worry for that.
Perfect. We go back to.
I'm going to disguise myself as invisible, so that's fine.
We go back to New
Also, in terms of getting us across, Olsen, lend me those boots that I can chip, and I'll carry everybody across.
He looks at you with distrust and say, "No." And if you're done, I would like my pistol back.
We just float across on the table.
Alright, so Olsen carries us all across.
Not his weapon back. He's trying to fight for his son, for fuck's sake.
I understand this, but I need to see where he got this weapon from.
Well, that's not fucking looking at the pistol. Ain't gonna tell you.
You say that I
I'll
bought
just ask the man where he found the weapon.
I bought it in New Haven. What's the big deal about it?
All right, boys, we gotta get to New Haven.
All right. Well, let's get going. Oh wait, we can't leave this island, and we'd have to go back down there through the Mercury Pool, up again through the Pool of Pedants. See where
Take my poor dead bastard of a friend back.
What about that weird stone teleport shrine?
He looks at you as he have no clue about what you're talking about.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Honestly, why don't we just use this table?
Joe and Olsen just looked at Karen's this table and like,
Hey!
I like that.
That's a good idea. We're going to float across on the table.
yeah.
That's a really good idea.
All right.
Alright.
Alright!
The smartest
I
one.
got my quarters.
You tiny little genius. You don't say much, but when you do, it's important. Thank you so much.
Alright, so let's rip off the tape.
The big brain in that 35-pound head.
Alright, let's rip off the leg so we can leave it flat.
Quick question. Olsen's pistol, does it use the same projectile as a rifle, or are they separate, like pistol shot, rifle
they're
shot?
Same. Long time ago, it's just a metal ball at the time.
Yeah, it's a mini ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, we can use the table legs for ours.
I've got my quarterstaff too.
You're gonna take his pistol? Oh.
I'm gonna hold on to it until we get short side.
Okay.
No need to get shot in the back of the head. I don't need to get, Lincolned.
Alright, so we move the table out, we put it into the Mercury River, and Joe just gets on top of it, puts his own quarterstaff in, and just starts singing in Italian.
He's asking for his pistol back before
yeah.
I give it back to him. I say, I'll hold on to this and you hold this, and it's the picture of his son.
do it for
He
him.
actually got it and didn't give you back.
Oh.
Because you handed him over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Would you like to do something else?
Dang. I was gonna try to leverage that. Damn. I say to him, once we get shoreside, I'll give this back to you. I don't need to get shot in the back of the head. I'm proficient with rifles as well.
If what you're saying is true, and if what I said is true, only thing I can tell is you're not trusting me.
You pointed weapons at us.
Well, you went through a reinforced door and a trap full of room to just
Have
get
you
me.
seen what's down there?
Well, why do you think I'm hiding
man.
here?
Look, man, it was either that or we go through the giant fucking ooze monster.
Okay, look, I was hiding here away from those Cody's chasers, and you came up here in the middle of nowhere and decided to attack me. What do you think you are?
We
You
attacked
tried
you?
to shoot me!
Well, if you weren't shooting at me first, I wouldn't have shot you.
I thought we did it at the same time. God damn it, this is the burrito shot
Uses
first debate.
reaction to shoot
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Technicality, he's alright.
Yeah. So I'll look at the group and say, do I give him the gun back, or do I?
I want to roll an insight check on Olsen to see if he's gonna shoot us.
Sure.
Is it premeditated?
I think we
Roll
can get
insight.
it back to him.
I trust him.
He's quite upset right now.
He's pretty upset, guys. I don't know if it's a good idea.
I'm gonna, before handing the pistol back, I'm gonna look at it. Perception or investigation?
You just look at it and the pistol doesn't have any names on it. It doesn't seem to be magical by its nature. It's a regular
Nothing
pistol.
special.
It is a non-magical pistol.
Okay. I thought this was like his personal keepsake, something awesome, a trophy basically. So I look at him and I say, "How much ammo do you have?"
He looks at you and say, "Why?"
I'm the one asking questions here. How much ammo do you have?
Well, you're the one not trusting me.
I will load a round into the pistol and I say, "How much ammo do you have?"
He sighs and 7.
I'll take 4.
You gain 4. He gives you 4 ammos.
And I hand him the loaded pistol, and I put it in his hand, and I say in Infernal so that no one else understands. It says, "I hope we understand each other."
Yeah, me and Elric can have secret conversations too. Elric, do you speak Draconic?
All right, let me erase his
I
pistol.
don't, but I have telepathy. I can just speak right into your mind
Awesome.
without you even realizing it.
Awesome.
That's equally amazing and horrifying.
But yes, you gain 4 ammunition that Wolfson has made for himself.
You can make zombies with your gun now.
You
Wait.
make these bullets?
He looks at you and say, "What's it to you?"
I can't get anywhere with this guy. And I show him.
Yeah.
No, and I show him the bullets I've been using. And I
He
say,
looks
"Look
at
at
you and
this."
say, "What the hell do you want me to do with it?"
I say, "How did you get from using this to that? How did you learn how to do that?"
Roll persuasion with disadvantage.
Okay. Oh boy.
I want to use voice for a minute.
Aw, damn.
He looks at you and says that, "Well, don't you have a little secret for yourselves? It's mine. I make it." And you currently has -2 on Oopsin.
That's fine with me.
Yeah, write them down, by the way.
Okay, yeah. It's a +1
But
munition,
yes.
which means
So you
+1 damage.
folks are trying to use a table as a way out to the place. Although, just to use a table, as all of you are like putting your weight on it, it will sink down slightly and mercury will pour in. Is there anything that you guys like to do?
Hey, oh no, I have a plan. I have a plan. I'm willing to use the chairs and build like a ballast to the side, so when it sinks, it doesn't.
Can I use my elemental attunement to push the mercury away?
It would be way too much for that purpose. If you have like the what was that? The Bencher of Wind or something, like that type of spell, maybe. But that.
I'm gonna ask a question that I'm surprised no one else has asked. What else is in this room?
As I say, it looks like there's another table. We could always split the group into two.
Or can't we build like a ballast out of the shelves?
Yeah, you guys can try to attempt like making a boat that would be useful.
Oh, what's in the room that we're in? Ulfson's house, I guess. Is what.
There is closets, 3 of them, and as well as a kitchen table, and the regular table and the chairs that you're currently in, and a bed. And many of them seems to be much bigger in comparison for the human size. You don't think these are actually made by human in
Gotcha.
size. And the shelves, from the images of the shelves, they seem to be very small compared to the general room size.
Okay, I ask him what's inside the shelves and the closet.
Shelves in here are actually pretty empty at the moment.
Okay.
Although the closet seems to have a few old clothing.
Okay,
Actually, on one of the clothing, however, you do find one robe.
Okay, fuck it, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll look at Ulfson and realize.
Lapidan blue wizard robe.
Oh, cool, cute. All right, robe. Wait, one robe and a Lapidan wizard robe?
No, that's one blue wizard robe.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll look around and realize that I don't see any provisions, and I give Ulfson like 3 rations.
He looks at you and says that, alright, there should be a bunch on the downstairs, however. He takes 3 rations.
Oh, you know that food you had downstairs. What happened was,
It got
Well done, man.
extra crispy.
Well, some should still be salvageable even after the explosion. Wouldn't be staying too long anyway.
Honestly, you took to us looting all your shite pretty well.
Not good enough if all of you guys survive here.
Well, that's because, well, the dragon thing, he found all of the spikes.
They hurt. They hurt a lot.
Well,
You did good making that trap.
But yes.
Oh
And
fuck!
If I had to rate your traps on Yelp, I'd give them 5 stars.
But yes, for making the table, can you describe what you guys are exactly doing? And Ellen, what are you doing?
As far as the table goes, I'm just going to try and get everybody to fall off the legs and see if we can just flop it right on the mercury. And
It does float on the mercury, and if yourself actually, if you would stand in there, it just goes down slightly and has no problem. But soon as you apply more weight to the table, it seems like it's going down too much and mercury flows in to the table.
okay.
We want to build a ballast out of the shelving so that this boat has sides.
Ulfson, how did you get on this island?
With this fucking magic boat, you.
Yeah, he looks at you and points at the ballon. And
At
you
the-
can tell
at the-
what's your passive insight?
Low. It
Maybe
is
10 plus the
12.
wisdom modifier.
With your passive perception 12 and some human skills that you have earned, you can tell that this guy thinks that you're a dumbass. And he
Nice.
has a dislike on you quite a bit.
Honestly,
Where did you get the fancy footwear?
Reebok.
He looks at you and says, I had it since I left the islands.
Yeah.
That seems like
It's for
That
my
seems like a-
grandmother.
a proper fucking piece of equipment to, you know, send somebody on a bounty after a man who's known to be hiding in a lake full of fucking mercury. I have words for Mr. Mayor when we get back to New Estro.
All right, I have nothing else to say. Ulfson is. I'm gonna bite my tongue for now because I need him alive.
Yeah.
Bite your flat tongue, demon!
I try to be civil.
No, but if you weren't... If actually you guys didn't catch the bullets, you'd actually be a very troublesome enemy in long term. One way or the other. But anyhow, so, for the table, can you guys describe what you're doing?
Okay, I want to build a ballast for the sides.
And how would you like to do that?
Out of the shells.
With I have a hammer and some pittons. Did I just use those as improvised nails?
Nails.
How many
nail the
pittons do you
man?
have?
10.
Okay. Pittons are not very good for woodworking, but hammers and pittons makes sense. Could work.
I also have pittons. It doesn't have to be watertight. It just has to be mercury tight, which is not nearly as bad.
Sure. True. They would be much more has a high viscosity and will hurt flow in.
Yes.
Yes. But yes.
Science.
I would say roll 1d20. I would say it goes with the dexterity. Who is leading the building?
I'm just helping.
Yeah.
I would guess.
This is with dexterity, you said?
Yep, DC will be 15, as it is pretty hard for you to build without proper equipment. But you're not actually building it, you're just crudely adding on top of it. With advantage
Hold on!
advantage.
Can we repurpose nails that the shelves were used to hang on? Can't we
I
just
guess
yank them out with?
I would guess we would have to be proficient with carpentry tools.
Yep. That would give you the proficiency bonuses, but this one is just dex.
Because, like, boy, trying to reuse nails is a pain in the ass.
I mean, I did it earlier today. That's why I was.
But yeah, if you were to do that, as I mentioned, someone is helping you, so you get advantage. Roll once more for Joe, who is constructing the thing.
You got it. Okay.
16 is good enough. You do manage to dismantle a few of the shelves and is able to make some woods on the sides and make it raise up so that if there was a mercury, although it is very crude and you don't think it's gonna hold very much or very well, it works.
That's definitely is a good impressive.
Oh! I'm gonna christen this ship the Miruk. Our poor dead bastard of a pirate. This is our first ship. It looks like shite, just like our friend.
As you say that, the clouds open up. A stream of light comes down, and you see the spirit of Miruk say, "I was a fucking sailor, you dick!" And
I miss you, friend. I'm the only one I can tolerate.
I miss you too. By the way, Elred, you're right. I really did suck with that sword.
Yes, you did.
I also realized a thing that if this improvised, Miruk boat, Miruk 2, if you will, if this boat goes down, Wolfson can literally just run across the lake and run away.
Yeah, probably, but
Not a good fucking plan, considering I'll shoot him in the goddamn back. But
All right, let's get going.
I feel like at this point he's
I hop
kind of on
on
our
gear
side.
2, pull out my quarterstaff, and then just start stroking along.
And
Singing
you
it
guys
Italian.
walking along slowly, and
That's a pretty,
You've had too much wine, that's some more.
there is a
Alright,
one
well-
factor that you guys
That's
realize
so
in the middle of the
monastery.
What? Okay. Hold on. Noni, what are you
You
saying?
noticed that the raindrops does build up in ship. It will take some time for you to flow all the way to the other end. In the meantime, what would you like to do about the mercuries that are building on your feet? By the way, Olfson is walking beside you.
I'm gonna bail with water skins.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's all I can think of. Just hold down my water skin and empty it when it fills up.
I'm just like creating a small cube of I'm just creating a small cube of like, basically I make an earth cube as a bucket to catch it, to catch the mercury in one bit.
Yeah, we're bailing.
I don't think that passive that thing's supposed to be used that widely, but I would say sure, why not?
I can literally create earth, water, fire, or wind with this.
No, but the shape of it is a thing, and the effects, how strong that is also a thing. So there's that. But yes. For example, the fire is not meant for dealing damage, so we know that it's not that big, and winds is not for blowing stuff away, so we know that it's a pretty minor wind. And as well as the water, because if there is that, then Kree water is kind of useless, but I'm just gonna let that one be okay. So yeah. But regardless, I would say that you were to make the bowl out of earth, and you guys can use the water skins to dump it out. However, your water skill will be used as a mercury container and mark it down as a mercury container for the future.
All right.
Visualizing the rowing.
Which direction will you guys go from the center of the island?
The shortest path.
This was the smartest purchase I've ever made. I'm getting so much mileage out of this pointed sword.
This is pretty similar to all directions. Just the direction would be nice.
Which direction leads us closer to Villa and Jessica?
Bella and Jessica will be on the west side of the lake.
Oh, Valen is totally carrying Miruk over that way.
Oh, Miruk's
I mean,
looking
you're
for...
carrying his skull because he was a mercury zombie.
Wait,
and then
Miruk the deceased or Miruk 2 the boat?
No, I was taking Miruk the whatever's left of him. I've been carrying it. I said.
Whatever is left of it is currently in a water skin, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a water skin
Oh.
with giblets in it.
Oh fuck! That makes him easier to carry at least.
Yes. And you guys are heading along to the sides and go to the west side where you guys can easily join up with the group and arrive to the edge of the lake. Wolfson didn't try to run away. He was walking with you guys all the time. And most of the time he was even putting hands on one side of things and then drags into the right direction. But yes, you guys arrive to the west side of the lake. And in 30 minutes, you can get out of the area if you would like to get out.
All right, yeah, let's reconvene with the rest of the NPC party.
All right. As you're exiting the nearby area, there are some marks that have been left by Ovilla. She knows that you guys.
Oh wait,
will be-
as we're getting out the boat, I just tap on Elrid's shoulder. Hey, can you give me a heal too?
Yeah, I suppose.
Thank you.
I don't actually need one. It's all right, thank you.
And the signs, there seems to be some sort of mark of a directionality on where she is currently at. And after some minor chasing, you do locate her, and also Jessica staying on top of a tree. Both of them. Around 30 feet high. Seems to be a pretty stable place, however.
What are you doing up there?
I look around to see if anything had been chasing them.
Roll survival.
I can do that!
So can I.
I can always give you advantage.
Double down 20.
Kazi, as you're looking around, you notice is that there are quite a bit of footsteps into the ground. That majorly reminds you of the forest animals. But you see the bits of mercuries in there. Likely they were being chased by some monsters that came out wandering around the lake. And Joe, as you're looking around about why they're, what Kazi is looking at and what they're being chased after, you notice is that along the footsteps, mostly bears. And they seems to be very prominent in the similar areas, and it is weird that they're moving in groups. And from the gist of it, they came from the north, very north side of it. So from your direction, it is mostly from... They are currently going towards the north direction, and they came from southeast.
Gotcha.
Oh, weird. Looks like
We came up from the west. They came up this way. They're heading this way. Yep.
And you can tell that they weren't really chasing or something. They majorly seems to be unanimously running away, and there seems to be many type of footsteps.
Okay, we need to get the fuck out of here. I motion to, what is it, Ovilla to jump down. I'll catch her. She's a fucking Lapidin.
She actually jumps down between many of the branches and lands on herself. And she thanks for a moment, and she goes back up, and she brings Jessica.
Here, I'll catch you.
In fact, she brings it with her. She like hugs her and just like, jumps down.
Okay, guys, real quick, I'm gonna have to go in just a second here, but before I do, I want to turn to Karak. Can I see that robe you found real quick? I want to see if it's magical.
Yeah.
No,
I had the Lapidin mage robe.
I'm gonna cast Identify on it.
Okay. As you're casting Identify on it, it is not magical.
Magic handkerchief!
However, you do find
your
some
size?
residual magic nearby it, but it's not magical in any means. It does not have any concrete magic in it.
Okay.
Likely you know that it's been worn by wizards or like...
Yeah.
Well, a Lapidin wizard would take his entire lifetime to learn one spell.
He learned a cantrip.
He learned the cantrip and became the greatest wizards known to history.
I can cast
I know how to use fire bolts.
But yes.
Okay, but yeah.
I just look up to I just look up to Jessica and say, "I'll catch you. Just hop down."
She doesn't know you, and not someone else's woman.
I'll probably continue up the session from this point, and likely you guys are gonna come back or do whatever you guys like to do. But I think this is probably a good time to end, as it is 8. It is PDT. And yes, thank you guys for playing, and I hope you.
We need XP. XP.
Yes.
XP.
You guys won against Olsen.
And
And Mirok.
Yes, and Miracle.
And Merkrook.
Merkrook, yeah.
And you guys progress through the campaign a little bit more, as now you know more about what happened, about why he's being chased and trapped. 700, 500, 1,500 EXP.
Whoa!
Total. Calm down.
Total.
I'll put that up there. When do we level again?
When do you level
Let's
again,
go.
actually?
Looking it up.
Character advancement beyond level 1. We level up at 2,700.
Oh wait,
And where are we at? Oh, we leveled again!
No,
Did we?
no, I give too much. No, actually, let's see. Oh, you don't level up.
Oh, I
at
thought-
the moment.
I thought we were at 1500 now.
You're at 1500.
No.
No.
How much?
He told me we got 1500, so
Holy
we leveled
shit.
again.
No, you guys are at 900, right?
Yeah.
Well, didn't
No,
we get
you guys should be at 24,000.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
24,000.
so you'll be
Oh, we-
pretty
we
close to
leveled
level
up.
4, but you're not there yet. I don't think.
Oh, okay, yeah. 24. Sick.
So, not total.
I need that uncanny dodge if Joe Blainsfang is gonna keep setting off fucking traps.
And I need those extra ability score increases so I can increase my armor class.
But
I
yes,
need to get new adventures that won't get me killed.
This is
No,
the
I
major
need you.
point.
Kirak, Valen has been nothing but a pragmatic companion the whole time.
This is true.
Okay, so just to confirm, you guys have 2400 XP.
Total, yeah.
Got it.
700
All right, well,
completion.
I'm
and-
fucking hungry, so I'm gonna go get some food. See you guys.
Yes. Have fun and go. And if you have any suggestion, let me know and stuff.
You did good. You do good every time. My laptop was just overheating the whole time. I don't know how to deal with that, but
Yeah, that laptop is a problem. But yeah, get our best stuff. But yes, and thank you, Kazi. I've been playing Darkest Dungeon every night. Darkest Dungeon.
Dude, it's good.
Oh, I was like trying solo run with like just sending a leaper in alone.
Why?
And it was going well until that the thing from the star showed up and killed him. I was like, fuck my life.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Killed him in
Oh,
one
man.
turn.
Jesus.
Like, actually, I got stunned for 2 turns in a row, and
Oh my god.
stunned for
As
one
a
turn,
leper?
and he passed the turn because he got stressed, and passed the 2 turns. And for 3 turns, I was just watching him die. I was like, wow.
Oh my god. A stunned, double stunned as a leper is really hard to do because leper has like really good stats.
So it was affliction, and passed the
Uh-huh.
turn, and stunned, and then passed the turn.
Damn.
Yeah. I was like, fuck, oh, no, whatever. It was a
Yeah,
good
glad
one.
you like it. Glad that it's good.
Yeah. Right now I'm trying to get all the items again and trying to go to the... Probably next thing I'm gonna, when I get the old party, I'm gonna go for the endless
Court?
run. Gonna get this
Oh, endless run. All right.
Yeah.
And then I'm probably gonna head off. This was a
Yes.
fantastic session.
yeah.
Sid is a very, very memorable character. I enjoy him.
Ulfson was a lot of fun, and I really liked making him shit his pants. That was.
I thought he was gonna be more trouble in combat, but bullet catching is like, oh, bullet catching. Oh.
Dude, freaking missile deflection. That's crazy.
Yeah.
There was some. Even Valen couldn't insult that. It was like,
I need to get my hands on a pistol ASAP because I have the thing that lets me, as a bonus action, fire a pistol.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
get to the New Haven, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, man. New
Firearms
Haven
are
is-
pretty expensive, but you should be able to get some. By then.
Oh yeah. Or
no. This is the thing.
what's the thing?
Oh, I think his laptop is hitting up again.
What was
yeah.
the thing? You froze.
Now he's unfrozen, but he's done speaking.
Can you hear us?
It's for the greater good. I'm gonna steal the gun because good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta show the fake coin and talk to him about that.
Valen has no effing idea what that
Take them
pistol
all the way
is.
or
I have
something.
two left.
Yeah, probably. We'll process that part at the beginning. And hopefully,
Awesome.
there's 3 more people. I had 2
Okay.
more people at the time.
Oh, well,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, he went.
What I was gonna mention is, I would say something about being a little bit more strict about when you're speaking, because like I can't hear you past a lot of people.
Strict meaning like
Not like strict as in like, hey, everybody shut up, but like 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 if you want me to, it's up to you. If you want me to, I'll tell the party like, hey, when the DM says something like we need to pay attention. Like I understand the need for everybody
No,
to
I'd
RP.
say it's fine. Just ask me to speak again. That'd be acceptable. But
Okay,
do you think
alright.
that's the problem because the campaign is slowing down because of it?
No. It's more on the line of like, me personally, I don't like asking people to repeat themselves because I fucking hate repeating myself.
Number one priority on the campaign is for players to have fun, and then if they're
Yeah.
having fun talking about their characters or something else that they want to do, that's fine. I would love
Alright.
to wait for that, and I shouldn't be talking when other players are talking, so I just wait for them to
Okay.
have their fun.
All right. Yeah, I didn't know if like Noni doesn't want to say anything or.
Oh,
'Cause I
I
was like-
deliberately just stop for a moment so that they can do their interactions, because I think interactions are the best part in the game. One of them.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
So
like,
yeah, that if
I love the plot. God, I love the plot.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Oh, it's I think it's a little bit too straightforward in my taste compared to the other sessions.
Are you kidding me? Straightforward. I was running until everybody abandoned. I was running a Sunless Citadel, and those guys don't know how to think outside the box, so it's like straightforward.
Yeah.
So it's
But yeah, other campaign when there is a political one, probably Tolgai will tell you his experience in this campaign if you were to. But that campaign is so political, and I shouldn't be talking too much because you probably need to go. But
no. I'm but I might join you if you have space.
Wednesday one.
Yeah.
Let's
What
see.
time? Excuse me. What time
Saturday
is it at?
one, it has the best space wise. Saturday one, you can join immediately if you want to.
And Saturday, what time is that at?
12, so noon PDT.
PDT shit. So that's like 3 or 4 o'clock my time.
So
Yeah, Saturdays. I'm
8 and
busy.
30 minutes away from it now. So I guess that's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, if anything,
Wednesday is about a similar time, 1 hour later than our starting time. So original starting time for this group.
okay. Yeah, so Wednesday, like Saturdays and Fridays, I volunteer. Or like I go hang out with my girlfriend, so like I'm not, in town.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. All right.
We have
well,
5 people. I think you can join to make it 6 people. Let me double check.
Not including the DM?
Not including the DM. 5 players.
Okay.
Just make it sure. I think Tolgai may be in that group. Let me double check. If that is that, it'll make it 6 players.
I see him posting on it, so.
Yep, Tolgai is on the Wednesday group, so there is 6 players at the moment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a crowd if 7 were to be in there. I had, dude, the last session where I actually met Tall Guy was this guy that was running a session with. It was the DM that had a player character, and it was like 6 of us plus his player character, and it turned into let's follow around the player character as he is the main. It turned into one of the worst things, which is where us as the players are watching a cutscene. Yeah.
Is it good? Is it fun for you?
Oh fuck no! God
Yeah.
no!
Yeah.
It was just okay. Let me give you an example. He had this shit where his character is half like the most edgy shit in the world. He was like a half demon prince thing, and like he had this thing where he went inside a demon portal. We all followed him, and he started killing all the demons there, and we just sort of watched.
Yeah, that's a bad campaign, I would say.
Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, I use Divine Smite on this one demon. It does no damage to him even though it's Divine Smite. And then he's like, yeah, I roll and kill 5 demons. I'm like, fucking alright.
I occasionally do it on NPC to let the player know that they're OP and don't fight them earlier in the game, but like player character of the DM doing that is pretty bad.
Yeah, like I don't like it when a DM has their own player, like a persistent player character. NPCs are fine, because NPCs help progress the story. But like when it turns from knowledge, which is where, like you said, a character does something to show how powerful they are, or like interacts in a way, versus a cutscene where we have no say or choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, dude, keep it up, man. I'm serious. You're one of the best, if not the best DM I've ever had.
Well, thank you.
And that's saying a lot. I started with 3.5. So
No, but many people have different preferences. I'm glad that your preferences align with mine. Like many people, but my campaign, the art, it's not that great of a thing. And,
it's the fact is the art. I don't give a fuck about the art, honestly. I give more about the world, and the world you have for us. I imagine it, which is what makes it good. So yeah, no, dude, keep it up, man. Bravo.
But yeah,
right,
I will let you go. I'll see you next time. And if you have any criticism, like the things, I love to.
Dude, all my criticism so far has been positive. Dude, keep it up, man.
Oh.
You should be happy with how well you're doing it. I'm serious.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
All right, man.
Try to do so, and I'll see you next time.
All right, take it easy.
Yes.
All right, bye.
It's sad Zilippa didn't join.